Oh, happy day. These days are wrong. Goodbye, gray skies. Hello, blue. Nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right. I can't be wrong. Why do I know that whole song? Let's see. Okay. Productivity. That's hello, blue. Productivity. Danny Costello. What's up? What's up, boo? How do you do? How the heck are you? JSF guy, what's up? What's going on? We're gonna call it. It's gonna be a good night. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. It might be a heat flash, actually, now that I think about it, but you know what I'm saying? Ooh, we're gonna go with it. Jeanette, what's going on, baby? Jamie, how you doing? Miss Santana. Hey, Pumpkin. What's up? What you poppin'? Angelina. What's going on? Big Mitch. They call me Big Mitch. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. Ow. Hallelujah. Are you driving tonight? Is you working? Big Mitch, is you working or no? What you got going on? Let's see, let's say 3. Okay. Bam. Got it. I'm gonna click that. Oh, that popped right up. Okay. Okay. Say less. Say less, honey. Ooh. Driving tonight. Shift starts at 9. Ain't it 9? Oh, I guess you're in a different time zone. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's 9 o'clock for me. Yup. Hey, Carolyn, what's up? What's going on, Carolyn? What's going on, Carolyn? Nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feel so right, I can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. Ooh, hey, Vizzini, what's up? What's happening? I know, poor Daryl. He looks so sad. Hey, hey, Pop, whatever your name is, Daryl. Why don't you read some of your blue Bible to Daryl, to your twin while he's sad? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, don't brag about how your suit fits either. Okay, you're just gonna hurt his feelings more. Just, just be like, hey, hey there, hey, sir, how you doing? You know, if you had have not been such a ain't shit piece of shit, then you know you could have been. You could have found a suit that fit. You know, at the very least, you could have done that. You know what I'm saying? At least. Look, we the same height. We're both as tall as this red folder. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Thaddeus. What's up, baby? Harley. Hey. And under the wrong account. Hey, what's going on, Harley? What's poppin', baby? Marilyn. What's up? We're over here trying to cheer Daryl up. He's sad. You know, his COVIDster, you know, like, you know, he was trying to hide behind a pretend sickness and it didn't work out. The judge called his bluff, unfortunately, and now here he is, just sad, you know. He like, I don't have any rights. I don't have any constitutional rights, which is weird that I'm complaining about that since I call myself a sovereign citizen. I bet he is snoring. Joe be over there like, look now. If you ain't gonna be on here by 7:30, you can't expect for me to attend. He said, "You're asking too much, Mama. You're asking for too much. I'm tired. I'm tired. Mm. These days are all." Daryl, look at your twin here. Look, he gonna do a little dance for you. These days are all happy and free. Oh, happy day. Okay, I guess nothing is working. Daryl's just upset. He's just tired. He's cranky and he don't know what to do with himself. Y'all hit the like button for Mama, please. I'm gonna lead by example. I'll go ahead and hit this like button myself. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oop, I am. I definitely am forgetting something. Okay. I sure did forget something. This is one of my favorite things that happened with the Coco, where he was trying to hide behind the Coco thing, and then she called his bluff, and then like tried to make him do the test, and then he's like, "No, I already took a test. I don't want to take another test." Oh, happy day. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Mama's short-term memory is short-term as hell. Okay. Y'all, let me get some red emojis in the chat while we, you know what I'm saying, while Mama get it together. While Mama get it together. Red emojis in the chat. Red emojis in the chat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see. Okay. These days are all happy and free. Oh, happy day. Short stack, what's up, baby? Hold on, I gotta check for tornadoes. Oh no. You got tornadoes over there? Not the tornadoes. Emily Stokes. Yes, there you go, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you. Red emojis in the chat. Red emojis in the chat. Overdo it with the red emojis. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Daryl, you doing okay? How you feeling? Is everything okay? What's wrong? What's wrong, Daryl? Let's see. What's this? Let's see. COVID concerns. We're gonna start with this one.
Yes, good morning, Judge Sue Offer, Leslie Basie, and Zach Woodchow appear on behalf of the state of Wisconsin.
Sir, would you please state your name for the record?
I'm here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value and return for value all of the charges instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments, and for the record, I do not consent to being called that name.
The record should reflect that the individual known to this court as Darrell Brooks is present in person in custody. He is in street clothes, wearing a suit and tie and a mask.
I don't consent to being called that name, Your Honor.
I understand,
For the record.
And I have advised you previously that I will continue to refer to you at times by that name, as I believe it's appropriate given the charging instruments in this case. And other evidence now that's been received during the course of this trial where I believe we are using the accurate name.
Hey, Dr. Marilyn.
With that, I
don't agree to that, Your Honor, or consent to that.
Your lack of consent is noted.
We got
so
it, girl.
before we couple of things on the record. I know Mr. Brooks has filed some things, but before I get to that, as I told the parties on Monday, I had excused one of the jurors for a health reason, and it has come to my attention that I now have a second juror with the same health concern. Out of an abundance of caution, I am going to bring the jurors out to question them about their, whether any of them have any concern about continuing to serve on this jury, given the health concern. I am referring to a COVID concern. I'm not going to ask any particular juror whether they've tested positive or not, or whether they've had an exposure. But I am going to ask them questions about their willingness to continue serving, whether it's interfering at all with their ability to pay attention. Out of an abundance of caution, we have brought in two air purifiers, although I am told that because of the new building and the HVAC that's in this building, and I received this from our facilities manager, the new HVAC system in the court's tower has a UV light system that disinfects the air at a higher air exchange rate than the purifiers, and that the system was specifically designed so that no special standalone systems are needed. But again, out of an abundance of caution, we've had two air purifiers put in this courtroom. I'm putting a third one in the jury room. We have also provided jurors, should they wish, with masks. We've increased the hand sanitizers and the disinfecting wipes. We've always had the hand sanitizers around. There's one on the jury box at the moment, and they've been in the jury room. I'd also like to put on the record that I did advise the jurors on Monday that one of the jurors was not going to be with us any longer due to a health concern. I asked them at that point if anyone had any concern. I did indicate at that point it was a possible exposure, and they all indicated no, they didn't have any concerns. But again, out of an abundance of caution, I feel it's important to now question them while they're in the jury box to ensure that there aren't any issues related to that. So with that, I am going to instruct the jurors to be brought out for that purpose. And then they'll be excused after that, so we can continue the discussion regarding that, and then deal with, if need be, the other issues
Darrell, any
and filings
comments,
that have
Darrell?
been brought to my attention today.
Yeah, I texted her. Probably should call her, huh? Let me call her. I don't know when she gets my text messages.
Your Honor, will we be addressing subject matter jurisdiction?
Sure, Darrell.
No,
Talk about
not
the
at this time.
subject and the matter and the
That's
jurisdiction.
yet to be proven for the record. I don't know if the audio is on, but.
All rise for the jury.
Could you have a microphone available, please, if need be? They're behind you. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wait, if you could bring me that. Michael, I'm gonna hand you this. We're not gonna take testimony at the moment, and it is a preliminary issue. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I brought you out here. We are not taking testimony at the moment. I have made a record previously regarding COVID-related concerns with the jurors. I know you are all aware that one juror was excused due to a health concern. I also put on the record that on Monday, when I advised the jurors of that, I asked you all if anyone had a concern regarding that, and that no one indicated they had a concern. I have been made aware of a second issue and potential exposure.
Hey, Loretta.
And so I wanted to
What's
make
up?
a record in open court and to ask each one of you if any of you have any concerns about continuing your service in this case due to exposure to COVID. And so I'm just going to go through each one hopefully I can see all of your numbers from here. I'll just start from the back row and move from my left to right, front row, my left to right. And I also want to let you on your hand. No hands are raised. That's really all I have. I don't know if there's anything either the parties
jury
would
said,
want
"I ain't
me to
going
ask the
nowhere."
jurors from the state.
Well, the jurors was like, "Fuck you, I ain't going nowhere." I know I'm staying. It can't put me out. Okay? I don't care if I'm sick. We all gonna be sick together in here. Shoveling Darrell's little ass under the prison. Just serving, doing their duty, honey. Doing their due diligence.
On this topic. All right, Mr. Brooks? All right, thank you. I'm going to excuse the jurors then, and then when we're ready, we'll have
Hey,
you
Darrell,
brought back
they're
out.
pretty
And thank you
anxious
so
to
much.
get you out of there. I mean, you hear how excited they were? They were like, no, I'm good. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. He going to, you know what I'm saying? Darrell, I think them jurors kind of want to, oh God, look how this man is looking at you, Darrell. This man is giving you dirty looks back here. It's concerning. You know what I'm saying? He look like he got plans. Okay? He want to grab you by your hypothetical ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Drag you. That's what he look like. Look at Darrell. Looking
Thank
like
you.
a
Be
little girl.
seated.
He's built like one.
Go ahead.
We counted 15 jurors in the courtroom.
I excused one.
You excused one earlier in the week too, though.
No. I'm only talking about the one. The other one I didn't excuse.
I see.
And,
Okay.
and thank you, I'll make a record of that. I did not excuse given when that person reported their symptoms and where we're at today. So it would be,
So that person is here
yes,
and willing to continue serving?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, look.
And I
Zach
will
look
make a further
concerned.
record
Zach's
that
like,
none
huh?
of the jurors are wearing masks.
You telling me that, wait, you telling me one of the jurors got cocoa? What happens if the other ones get it? What if they pass it on to the other jurors and then we lose the whole jury? That sounds dangerous. I agree. Look at Darrell's face though. I wanted to go back to Darrell's face when they did that. Let's see. Where'd it go? It was so quick. It was like when he sits down. Here we go. Look at his face.
Judge, can we ask a question?
Go ahead.
We counted 15 jurors in the courtroom.
I excused one.
You excused one earlier in the week too, though.
No. I'm only talking about the one. The other one I didn't excuse.
I see.
And,
Okay.
and thank you, I'll make a record of that.
Exactly.
I did not excuse given when that person reported their symptoms and where we're at today. So it would be,
Zach
that
over there
person's
catching
here.
flies.
yes,
And willing to continue serving?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And I will make a further record that none of the jurors are wearing masks. And I'm not going to mandate. I believe it's a personal choice. And that would also be consistent with, I believe, our county policies as well. So unless there are anything related to that, I have a couple of other issues I need to address this morning.
I got something for that.
Go ahead.
The person that's, or the two people rather, that are having the COVID concerns. I know you said you wasn't going to ask them had they test positive or the results of any testing. Do you know if there has been exposure on their end to COVID exactly, or is that just a caution thing?
My understanding is that I've had 2 jurors test positive throughout the course of this trial. And I'd make a further record that they're the only ones within 6 feet of each other, right? They, and perhaps our civilian bailiffs, they've not been in, obviously, contact with anyone in the gallery. I don't know if maybe Attorney Opper might be within 6 feet. I don't think so, but I haven't measured it. Obviously, you're not within 6 feet of any of them, but that's a good question to ask, and I'm glad you asked that, and I wanted to make a record of that as well.
Yeah, that would be my question to it.
Uh-huh.
I guess in reference to me myself just having the same concern a few weeks ago. So that would be the reason why I would want to know exactly any details that could be provided.
I'm providing
Okay, yeah, and she just told you, so it's weird that you're still, it's like it's almost like you're aggressively repeating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look at Daryl. Yeah, I remember that a couple weeks ago. What happened was you was lying about your COVID result. Yeah, I recall that.
all the details that I will. Again, for the record, you have not been exposed, from my opinion, because of the distance that you are away from them, and my understanding based upon my review of county policy.
Yeah, I'm not saying me myself have been
Understood.
exposed.
Well, that's why I asked them though too, right? I wanted to make sure they had no concerns, or if they had a concern, to see if I could accommodate it in any way.
Sammy! Thank you, Sammy. Say, hey, all. If you're there, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's a great advice. It's a good deed. It'll be a good deed for the day. How about that? How about that? A good deed for the day will be hitting the like button for mama. There you go. That's how you do it. Ooh, Roy. Is this guy on the down low just accent? Ooh. Well, he ain't on down low no more. He's all the way low. Shorty got low for Bubba. Daryl got them apple bottom jeans. Ooh, boots with the fur. Bubba was looking at her. He hit the floor. Next thing you know, Daryl got low. He ain't low no more. He ain't on the down low no more. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. Yes, absolutely. And if mama ever posts a video, hike that motherfucker because it need it in his life. It do. Yes, honey. You forgot what? Loretta, you forgot to hit the like button. How you forget to hit the like button? How? Okay. Oh, and yeah, I did. Yeah. And consider becoming a member. It supports the channel on a regular basis, especially now of all the times. You know what I'm saying? It keeps mama here and not there. You know what I'm saying? Also keep mama off the pole because mama can't do it. She ain't got no upper body strength, so she can't be on the pole. She can't do it. Okay? Ooh, do all the things. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you. I guess I need to say hit the like button more because people don't know, I guess.
I'm satisfied that if they don't have a concern,
Daryl, that's what she never said, huh? I'm satisfied. You know they say that's what she said? Like, that's what she never said. She's satisfied. But bump.
that
Mama
we
be
can
thinking she's
continue
funny.
forward.
Have they ever, the entirety of the jury though, have they been exposed in any way?
I don't know the specifics because of the 6 foot rule, and no one has asked me to investigate that further.
Wouldn't it be smart though to see?
How would you find that out?
I don't believe that's necessary under the circumstances.
Well, if anything, just for future reference, like what if it plays a part later on?
Like
Well, I'll
what?
certainly take your concerns under advisement, and if I believe any further questioning needs to be done, I'll do that. At this point, I don't believe it needs to be done, but I'll think about that and I'll take it under advisement, and if I change my mind, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because if anything, it probably would be smart for the long run to make sure no one else was compromised, considering that
Let me make a record there. No one has indicated they are compromised. I don't think we can make assumptions about how anyone who's been exposed or tested is feeling. You can be asymptomatic and test positive. You can have mild symptoms. I trust my jurors that they would report if they're not able to sit through the proceedings.
We trust
and I
the
will,
jurors.
but I will further advise them through the bailiffs that they are to report any, if they ever get to a point where they feel they're not able to sit through here, and if and so that we're advised, and I can tell the parties.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, because it went from Monday, which at that time it wasn't known. Could have been flu, could have been just not feeling well, could have been anything, and then today is, then you kind of worry about tomorrow, Friday, over the weekend.
Mr. Brooks, I share all of those concerns, but my other concern is that we are in the third week of trial, and that we should keep going until the conclusion of this matter, understanding
until we get him under the
what has
prison.
happened.
Exactly, under the prison.
All right, I just wanted to
Underneath
put
of
that
it.
on the record,
Like,
because
under it.
it seemed like the circumstances
Tunnel
were different when
underneath
it
of
was
it.
me.
Hey, Robert.
Just saying.
Are you making any specific requests given this information?
Well, I believe that the jury clearly all congregate together. I think it would be smart to make sure everybody is tested. I mean, that's it would be smart to do that.
And would it be smart?
I'm not going to mandate testing for the jurors. That much I can tell you. So that request is denied.
And
She's
the
not
grounds
gonna
for the
mandate it,
denial.
girl. Absolutely
I'm not
not.
gonna mandate that the jurors be subjected to testing. They're the ones who indicated they are comfortable being here. They don't have
That's
concerns.
right.
And again, I would trust them to report
Go
to
fuck
me if
yourself,
anything
girl.
changes.
That's what she said. In so many
That
words.
too, but it still would refer back to Monday, when the first knowledge of someone having an illness or a potential illness was those same questions that were asked today, asked Monday.
I did not.
I'm quite sure.
I certainly questioned them much more. It was a very brief. I put what I said to them on the record earlier. It was certainly not what we did here today, and the record reflects that.
Right. I'm quite sure though that all the jurors Monday said they didn't have any concerns as well. And then
Hey,
now
Virgo
today,
middle child,
someone
what's
else.
up?
Same thing being said. So
I understand what you're
if it
saying.
happens again, same thing being said.
But are you making any specific requests as it relates to this topic and this issue?
Well, you denied the request that
Any other requests?
I just feel like it's smart for them to be tested, so it doesn't come up again in the future, or potentially come up again in the future, because then we'll all be looking back and saying, well, we could have prevented something like this from happening if we had to just nipped it in the bud from the get-go. It's just smart to, like you say, err on the side of caution.
I appreciate that. I'm going to continue. I understand what you're saying, but given the responses of the jurors today, I'm going to continue. I'm going to base this off of their desire to continue, at least what I would interpret as their desire to continue with their service on this case. So I'm not arguing it with you, sir.
That's hilarious. Robert suggested that I react to my own old videos. Like my oldest videos. I've gone back and watched them. They still stand up to scrutiny to this day. Like everything that I've said, I'd stand by. And I'd be like, sometimes I listen to them and I'd be like, yep. Absolutely correct. 100% still. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mama know exactly what she's talking about. Always did. Always did. Mama very smart. Mama very smart. But the audio be terrible. The audio be terrible back there. It'd be awful. It's not. I don't necessarily hate the idea though. I'll go through the ones that don't have terrible audio.
I just want you to know that I'm not arguing with you either, but I was right in the middle of finishing what I was saying.
So I need to stop you for a minute, Mr. Brooks,
I don't
because
consent to that, Your Honor, because
you don't have to consent,
I
but here we
don't
go. Let
consent or agree to
me,
being cut off right when I'm trying
all right,
to
I'm just
provide
gonna
the
talk
court with
over him for a
information.
minute. I do not have any other information regarding the COVID-19 protocol, meaning anything specific about you, Mr. Brooks, other than what was put in the inmate communication, which reads, due to just learning I'm on COVID-19 protocol, I respectfully ask for all proceedings to be adjourned at this time, which is why I asked you if there was any other information you wanted to provide me as I consider your
Look at his little
request,
hand.
because the jail has not provided me with any specific information regarding the reason you were placed on protocol, whether you were exposed, whether you are showing symptoms. They cannot provide me with that information absent you giving them permission by signing an applicable authorization to do that. Without that, I have to rely upon you to provide that information to me if you so choose.
That is incorrect, because just yesterday you were trying to obtain the witness list that was in my cell. You had no problem whatsoever having the JA come down here to have me verify that they can go in my cell and search for that. So I find it very hard to believe that you can't consult with jail staff for them to tell you what is going on in my situation, where they know that I've just been seen by a nurse that placed me on this protocol for having a loss of taste, fatigue, and I have to wait for the results of my test. And until then, I am on a protocol which restricts me to my cell. That is very easy information to obtain. And
Yeah, Judge, I find it hard to believe that you, Judge, don't have access to the bullshit that I just listed. I am on a strict lockdown behind the lie that I told, Your Honor, Your Majesty, Your Highness, okay? I am on a strict cuddle and spoon with Bubba, itinerary. We are very booked up. We are booked up, spooning all weekend, Your Honor. COVID attire. Oh, I know. He took his seats. He did. Sometimes he just didn't feel like, wearing this here suit. He was like, I just feel like being casual today. I'm tired of all these binding suits and such. I want to be in my comfortable clothes and go straight back to my cell and cuddle. He gonna go and cuddle with Bubba. You know what I'm
find
saying?
it very hard that Your Honor cannot obtain that information, but can obtain a way to communicate with jail staff
Hey, Jack.
when there's a witness list involved. We're talking about someone's health that can affect not just you, but anybody else, not just
Lee
officers,
Hamilton,
but
what's
also
up, baby?
inmates. We're
Oh, hit
talking
the like
about
button.
health, and we're talking about safety. That has a lot of merit. And frankly, Your Honor, I'm afraid. I'm fully vaccinated, and I've never had COVID. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm that was the last thing I was hoping I would be told today, Your Honor. So I'm afraid right now.
I'm afraid, Your Honor. Your Honor, look at these knuckles. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I got vaccinated, which completely ruins my whole story that I'm telling you right now. Like I'm terrified, Your Honor. I don't know what this means for the rest of my life, Your Honor. This here Coco, it could ruin my whole freedom future. Darrell, sit down and stop tooting it up. I don't know who is in this courtroom right now that Darrell is like, like, what do they call it when you like present yourself? What's it called? It's called like, what's it called? Like he's it's not presenting. What is it? There's a term for it when you like post it up so people can see, like it's like you, what's that? What's the term? Come on, y'all. Somebody. What's the term? Somebody tell me. Tell me. No, not posing. It's like when you like present it. Like it's something that's the term they use for animals, I think, when they like position themselves in a way. It's to like present themselves or whatever. Is it presenting? Maybe it is presenting. I don't know. It's something like that though. Yeah. The word might be presenting, actually. So he's over here presenting, for somebody.
I'm not feeling well. I don't know what's going on with myself. That's the reason why
Yeah, I think it's presenting. I think the word is actually presenting, I'm thinking of.
initially. I had been telling officers for days that I hadn't been feeling well, but I didn't know what it was. But I felt that I had to put in the sick call slip because I was not able to taste anything. That is the reason why I was seen by nurses. That is the reason why the COVID test was administered, and that's why I'm on the protocol as we speak.
Are you willing to discuss with me what tests were done?
Posture.
Again, I cannot obtain
No,
that
it's not
information on
posture.
my own.
I'm not a nurse, Your Honor. I don't know the name of the test. I don't, like I said,
Look at
I've
this.
never had this
Let me
happen.
clarify that. That was a pretty ambiguous question.
He know what
So,
you saying. Look at that. Look, he
you
think he doing
reported
something.
symptoms as that's what you're telling me, right?
Correct.
And you're saying some tests were done?
I mean, that it's obvious. I mean, why can't it be verified with the nurse?
I have to verify it with you. The nurse will not provide me with this information.
But the jail can, because they control the movement. They control all inmate movement. I can't just go from my cell to a HSU.
Inmate movement is not the issue at the
It's
moment.
not, but I'm saying, how can I tell you, how can I answer what you're asking me?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't make sense. We all understand that the jail itself controls the movement of the inmates. That's
They
common sense.
control your
Your
bowel
I'm
movements,
not
Your Honor, Your Majesty,
here
Your
to
Highness.
talk about
I
inmate
can't
movement
just-
at the
I can't
moment.
just
What I'm
walk to
asking
the
you is,
HSU.
do you believe you were tested for COVID?
I obviously was tested for COVID. I would not be on the protocol if I was not.
Do you know
The
what
nurses-
type of test? Was it an oral swab, a nasal swab?
It was a nasal swab.
All right. Do you know when the results of that test will be back?
From my understanding, Friday. That's
B.
what I was
Lewis.
told by the doctors. I would have to be at least on this protocol until the results
B.
come back,
Lewis,
which
what's
he
up?
said the earliest would be Friday.
Were you offered a rapid
Ruben.
test?
They said they do not do the rapid test.
So you weren't offered a rapid test?
They said they don't do them.
Benjamin.
If one can be obtained, are you willing to submit to a
Benjamin.
rapid test?
I'm not willing to submit to anything right now until we take care of the issues that's at hand. I mean, I've already been placed on the protocol.
I'm on the protocol, Your Honor.
Frankly, I'm very afraid right now.
I'm afraid for my
because
life.
I don't know what's going on.
Your
this is new
Majesty,
to me.
I'm confused.
Like I said, I'm fully vaccinated, Your Honor. I've
Your
been fully
Highness.
vaccinated since 2021.
Your Highness. Okay.
And so
I got the
for
Moderna,
this
Your
to
Highness.
just be sprung on me now to say this could possibly be a COVID thing.
It's the cocoa.
I've had people close to me that have passed away from COVID. I'm afraid as hell, Your Honor.
I'm afraid as hell, Your
That's
Honor.
the reason why I submitted
You know?
the ICF
I'm so
for the
scared.
adjournment. I was thinking at least until I can get the results at bare minimum. I don't think I'm asking something that's
Sir,
impossible for
if
Your
I
Honor to
can
grant.
make arrangements to have a rapid test brought to you and administered, are you willing to submit to that test?
Not at this time.
Why not?
Not at this time.
Why not?
Why can't I get the results for the test I already took?
But you're telling me you're
Yeah, be like, you are going to get those results. And these ones. You're going to get both. We're going to treat you. It's on me. It's on me. It's free, sir. It's free. It's on the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not. I don't want to do that. I was really hoping to use this to stall. So that's going to really go against what I was trying to sneakily do, Your Honor. Thank you, Sammy's. I was vaccinated and have the cocoa 4 times. And I know each time I didn't have the energy to be standing and bent over like that. I'm gonna tell you what I wouldn't have been able to do that he's doing when I had the cocoa. The way he's leaning on this desk was the strangest thing in the world, but my skin felt like something was underneath of it. Something scratchy all throughout my skin on my whole body. Like when I would if I touched my arm, it would feel like there was glass under my skin pressing up against like the tissue and nerves or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it felt like something was underneath of my skin, something scratchy. It's the strangest things. I would not have been able to lean on this table like he's doing. It like hurt just pushing on my skin, anywhere on my skin was like it's super tender. It's crazy.
Scared? You're
Yes,
fearful?
I am.
But you don't
very.
want to take a test that might
I
tell
took
you today?
I took the test that he gave me.
And
if
you're
he
telling me
felt-
that test result won't be available to you until at least Friday.
At least Friday. That's what I was
So
told.
tomorrow.
I was told that I
At
would be
least
placed
Friday,
on this
Your Honor.
protocol
Just give me till Friday,
until
Your Honor.
the results came back. The earliest that the results would be back would be Friday.
So that sounds like, to me, I think that's what they call a PCR test.
I have no idea, Your Honor. I
Okay.
have no idea what it's called. Like
Let
I
me
said,
ask
I've
you-
never had COVID. I don't know the test names. I don't know what they call them.
I'm generally familiar with some of the testing for COVID. There are tests that can be what we call rapid tests, or what are called rapid tests, that are available. And then there's these other tests which take a few days. It's, again, I'm not a scientist, but I think the general belief would be sometimes the rapid tests are accurate, sometimes they're not. Sometimes people test negative when they're really positive. It just kind of depends on the circumstances. But it's my understanding a positive test would be pretty accurate. And then there's other tests that take a few days for the results to come back. It really depends on the lab that's being utilized.
It depends on the
et
lab
cetera.
that's utilized.
I'm asking you once again, if a rapid test can be obtained, are you willing to take a rapid test?
How would that be obtained? How would it be obtained?
I was work
told
with.
I can only go by what was told to me, because when I was brought in there and they told me that they had to test me for COVID, I was immediately like, what do you mean you have to even test me for this? What is this about?
Ain't that funny? I was like confused, when I had, told them that I had a loss of taste, and what was it that the computer said that the symptoms were again? I had a fever. I had I couldn't smell nothing. When I told them that, and then they were like, "We gotta test you for COVID." I was like, "Wait, what? What's that?" Like, you didn't read off the specific symptoms they say, so that they would test him for this, so that he could use it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just pretend to have the cocoa. I'm gonna stall. They won't be able to stop me because they can't, because I'm so smart. And then I must say that I got the cocoa. They ain't gonna want to be in the room with me because I got the cocoa. So I said I got the cocoa. So then they're gonna cancel the court, and then maybe they just forget about me and they just let me go. Oh, that's exactly what he thought. Because stupid. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes. Me.
Well,
I had
didn't
a
you
lieutenant.
report symptoms to them?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I had a lieutenant and 2 officers present when I was asking all these questions. Why
That's
do
right.
I need what's
Ignitate.
going on with this? Why is this? Why is this?
Ignitate.
Why is that? Because I didn't understand. Immediately
Ignitate.
in my head, I started to get afraid when they said they had to even test for COVID.
Well, were you reporting being sick and symptoms prior to them asking you to test?
Yes, I've told multiple officers. I didn't know what it was at first because it started with fatigue, with me feeling very fatigued. And I said, man, I don't know if it's just
I feel
just me being
fatigued.
tired or.
It's funny that he's using the word fatigued when he knows the word tired. You know why? Because that shows up as a symptom as COVID. He's trying to use the exact words, you know.
That's what I initially thought it was. Maybe I'm just a little exhausted, but I said no. Anybody knows their body. I said something.
I
This got
know
to be
my
something more because
body.
I'm really, really, really. I don't even have an appetite. Then when I'm trying to eat, I can't taste anything. That's what said. Okay, now I need to put the medical sick
When did you
card slip in.
report these symptoms to the medical people or to even just a correctional officer?
A few days ago. Over the weekend is when I started to notice the fatigue. So I was telling officers, man, I don't feel good.
I don't
I
feel
don't know if it's
good.
just I'm tired.
When did
Usually I don't just jump the gun and say something's wrong because it may just be it could be anything. So
Yeah.
When did you report?
One thing Daryl isn't, okay, is dramatic. Daryl's not a dramatic guy, you guys. I think that that's what we need to keep in mind is that if Daryl says that something is wrong, then you got to take him for his word because his word is his bond and he never exaggerates anything. Ever.
Report the loss of taste.
I reported the loss of taste last night.
Mm-hmm.
And was it after that that they told you they wanted to test you?
No, they didn't tell me till this morning that they wanted to test me.
What other symptoms are you reporting at this time?
Yeah, what other
That
symptoms
was
are you
it
lying
so far,
about?
just the fatigue and the loss of taste.
And Bubba wearing him out. He's tired. He fatigued.
Which is the reason why I was told that I had to take
More
the
this
test.
Bubba action. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Thank you, Sammy.
Which I was told at that time also that the earliest my results would be back would be
He a
Friday.
prima donna. Yes, he is, Drewski. He's a prima donna.
And you said at this point you're not willing to take a rapid test.
Well, they said this is the test that they do. The nurse was very clear when he was telling me, when he told me how the test, because like I said, there was a lieutenant and two officers right there while the whole thing was going on.
I understand all of that. I have a very specific question to
I
you,
was
sir.
asking them questions, and he specifically told me that this jail, this is the test that they do. They do not do rapid tests.
Okay.
I didn't even ask about the test because I know nothing about the test. This is what I was told. And after he told me that, I said, okay, fine, just do the test and I'll just sit on the protocol because
Now ask yourself this. Why is he saying all of this? Like nobody asked this. Nobody asked this, but he's trying to deflect. Like, so he's trying to like basically wear her out with a bunch of pointless details that aren't real, and even if they were, wouldn't lead anywhere. To keep her from just being like, you want to take this here test or not? We can go ahead and find out about this right now, and then that'll be that. But he don't want her to keep saying that because it looks so crazy that he refuses to do it. He's trying to distract in hopes that she'll just give up what she's saying.
First, when he told me, you know, you're
Welcome
going to
back,
have to
Ms.
be on a
Santana.
protocol where you're isolated. I said, okay, fine, just do the test. I'd rather you do the test and make sure that I'm healthy than to just refuse the test and just say, I'll just wait for it to see if I get better or something like that. So I said, yeah, just go ahead. And that's what I was informed. Friday would be the earliest that I would get the results back. And I would be placed on a protocol which is called isolation, where I'm not allowed out of my cell.
Anything else, sir, you think I need to know about this issue as I consider your request?
They'll toot it up.
At this time, I'm just telling you what I know.
They'll toot it.
Multiple
Toot,
officers
toot,
were there. They
toot it
can
up.
tell you the
Oh,
same
shit.
thing that I'm telling you now. Like I said, a Lieutenant Chamberlain was there. Two officers were there.
Any objection if I talk to any of them to confirm what you're saying?
Absolutely not.
Any objection if I need to ask the jail administrator about, or anyone else at the jail about the protocols and what's available for testing?
Absolutely not.
He gonna take
given
that.
any
He gonna
information
take that
about
back real
whether
quick.
anyone else in the facility is experiencing COVID right now?
I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know who. I'm in the mental health medical pod as it is. I'm
So no information's been provided to you that there's like either a lockdown or some type of a restriction due to any like concern over COVID at this time?
I would never have that information because, like I said, I'm limited in the pod that I'm in. I have no interaction with any other inmates, and my interaction with
Except
staff
for
is pretty
Bubba, of
limited.
course.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that additional information. I know, sir, what I've provided to you is generally the, for employees, I fully recognize that the jail may have different protocols just because of it being in a correctional facility, and inmates are, of course, or can be very close to one another. And so I don't want to presume that this is exactly what they follow. And so I'd like for them to tell me what their protocols are as I consider this request. At the moment, I told you this earlier, you're not within 6 feet of anyone else in this courtroom. And I believe that provides ample protection for the other people in this courtroom. As I consider this request, you've provided information to the court. You've been able to tell me the symptoms that you are reporting.
Daryl, how you feeling? Are you feeling confident? Do you feel like you did a really good job? Do you feel like, that like that people gonna just be like, you know what, he really did try his best, so that should be enough. Let him go. Let him go now. Y'all is harboring on stuff that don't even matter no more. He's a good man. A good man, Savannah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, honey. Y'all hit the like button for Mama. Marilyn, how many likes I got? How many?
Understanding of the protocols, and despite you reporting fatigue, I know I don't know if you're standing or sitting on the chair. I can't quite tell. It appears like you're standing, but maybe leaning over the table.
I got a knee on the chair.
Oh, knee on the chair. Okay, but you've been able to very clearly, coherently make your position known to the court at this time, and I appreciate that. Let me ask, sir, state your name for the record, please.
I'm here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value and return for value all the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments. Also, Your Honor, I would like to make an offer for my appeal, if I may.
He's got an offer, Your Honor.
I'll get to that momentarily. The record will reflect that the individual known to this court to be Darrell Brooks is appearing in person in custody. We are, of course, outside the presence of the jury today. Since they are not here, we are dealing with some housekeeping type of issues and other legal matters. So he is appearing today in jail attire. He is in custody. And it's my understanding, Mr. Brooks, that you were offered to appear in the suit, but chose to come to court in jail attire, which is fine. We're not in the presence of the jury. I just wanted to make a record of that.
I do not consent or identify by the name that you stated earlier. I want the record to reflect that, if I may.
The record will reflect. Thank you. All right, I know there was some filings, and I want to make sure the parties have copies of everything. Mr. Brooks, I
Hit the
know there
like
was an
button for
inmate
mama.
communication form filed, I believe earlier this morning, requesting 6 subpoenas as soon
Hey,
as
Daryl.
possible. I instructed my
Keller, I
staff to
mean.
make sure ample copies of the subpoena forms were provided to you. I did
Daryl's trying to pretend to be so sick he can't pick his head up. But he's too dumb to know that him sitting like this is just not selling what he think is selling. It's like if you were that tired, you wouldn't be standing, you would be sitting.
did receive verification that those were hand delivered.
I know, Sammy, he's so weak. Look at him.
Did
He's
you
so
receive
tired.
those, sir?
No, I did not.
Ah, no, I did
We'll
not.
provide additional copies.
I
Again, it's my
didn't get it.
understanding those were
I don't
hand
have it.
delivered
So you can't prosecute
to the
me.
jail, and that the jail took care of that in the event that that latter part did not take place. Mr. Brooks, I believe you were requesting 6 subpoena forms. I'm going to have my clerk print out 10 so that you have ample copies. And when that is done and those are handed to you, I'll make a record of that.
Got it. Oh, Benjamin. Benjamin, bless your soul. Benjamin, bless your soul. Benjamin, bless your soul. Yes, honey. Yes, thank you so very much. Oh, look, Mama got gold coins. Mama got gold coins. Mama got gold coins in her jar. Ooh, in her cup. Look, Daryl, look at this. Are you jealous? Is you jelly? Daryl, are you jelly? Look at this. You could never, Daryl. Never. Never could you ever. Ooh, ooh. Don't touch my jar, little baby chibi Daryl. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because Mama got gold coins. Yes, indeed she do. Ooh, thank you, baby. Mama appreciate you. Yes, she do. Look at that. Ain't that gorgeous? Let's go ahead and click a like on that thing. Let's go ahead and get that thing some likey. Wee. Maybe a little thumbs up also, because why not? Thank you, baby. Oh, Mama definitely appreciate that.
Will we address the
Look at it.
inmate
Ain't it cute?
communication
Look at it.
form I
So
sent
red.
about?
Ooh, let's get some red emojis to emphasize the beauty of this here red super chat. Red emojis to bring out the red in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Red emojis in the chat. Red emojis in the chat.
I have a number of issues I need to address, so yes, we'll get to that.
You don't believe that has that's an important issue that should be taken up before we continue any further in the proceedings?
I just want to make sure the state has a copy of what was forwarded first before we take that up.
Well,
I'm not seeing it in the
Red
record yet,
emojis
so
in the chat.
I did a F5, so it'll refresh.
so the prosecution will receive a copy.
I believe one was printed now for them. It is in the record. And then I'm going to print off something as well.
Why are you looking like that?
Already.
Look at this. He's like, Your Honor, don't you see? Can't you see my eyes? See how tired I look? See? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you tell? Look how I'm putting my head down. Like, oh. Oh. Yes, honey.
Your Honor, I respectfully
He respectfully.
would like to state for
Like
the
this.
record and would like the record to reflect that I believe that this is an issue that should be addressed at this point before we go
Sir,
any
I'm
further.
preparing to do that. I didn't say I wouldn't do that. So give me a minute. I have some documentation that I'd like to provide to the parties as well. And I
Yeah,
want
Daryl,
to
shut the
confirm
hell
with
up.
Attorney
Daryl's what
Opper
she
that
said. She
you have
said,
now
shut up.
received a copy of that inmate communication form.
Yes, I have one in front of me,
Shut
Judge.
your
It's
mouth.
dated today's date, October 5, 2022.
Yeah, it's dated today because I just learned of the protocol that I would be on as of today.
Can you print or make 2 copies, 1 for each party? All right, I'm going to provide
He was following her with his
some-
eyes.
a document to the parties. It's a 5-page document. It
He
is
looks so
a
creepy.
document that was forwarded to me at my request by Monica Paz, our clerk of court, after receiving the inmate communication form from Mr. Brooks requesting an adjournment. For the reasons stated in that document, I thought it important that we all have before us the current county protocol related to COVID-19. And so this will be provided to the parties.
Yeah, why do he
Fine
all
to,
of a sudden care if they get a copy?
Except that if I don't believe
Sir,
that it's
it will be placed on your table, but I will be referring to that today, so
Is
it's
it
been
law?
given to you.
Is it verified law, Your Honor?
Don't you mean
Attorney
lawful?
Opper, do acknowledge that
Don't you mean lawful law? I think Daryl forgot the term lawful law there for a second. He was trying to say lawful law, but he forgot the term, so he called it verified law. Is it lawful law? Is it a lawfully lawful law? Okay, the lawfully loftest of all.
the COVID-19 illness reporting protocol was provided.
I respectfully
Daryl
object.
is twerking.
Yes, Judge.
Daryl like, ooh,
Your Honor, I would like an
twerk.
answer to that question if I may.
Let me see your twerk,
Because I have
twerk,
not
twerk,
consented
twerk,
to
twerk.
or agreed to accept any paperwork that.
Sir, it's been
Is not-
provided to you. It's
So are you
something I'm going to
making-
consider. You don't want to
Are you
read
making-
it.
are
You want to
making a
disregard it. That's
judicial-
your choice.
Are you making a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that question I just asked you, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks, the COVID-19 protocol has been placed in front of you. It is your choice whether you want to review it or not. So my understanding, just from the information Mr. Brooks has provided, which is part of the public record, is he is requesting an adjournment of all proceedings due to learning that he's on a COVID-19 protocol. I don't have any other information than that, sir. But based upon you providing that information, again, I did I was provided with the COVID-19 illness reporting protocol. I wanted to make sure that I had the most recent information that at least the county of Waukesha is operating under. I also verified with court staff that the location at which you are seated is not within 6 feet of any other individual in this courtroom. Is there any other information you think I should know?
Jack Skelling. Jack Skelling, are you the one that says, are you the same one that says, oop, is that you that says, what's the thing? It's like the pretend noise that they make in the court. It's like, guap, 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 guap. What is it? Is that you that says that? Who is it that says that? The types that thing in the chat. It's like, guap, 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 guap. Guabba, guabba. There it is, guabba. It's guabba, 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 guabba. Is that you? Is that you that says that? I need to know. I need to know. Jack Skelling said, I disrespectfully objectify on grounds of keeperings. Keeperings. I disrespectfully objectify on grounds of keeperings. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Okay. Gobble, 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 gobble.
As I consider your request for an adjournment today.
Yes, I find it hard to believe that you couldn't consult with jail
That's not
staff
me,
to
allegedly.
verify
Allegedly.
the protocol, to verify that I was seen.
Who is it in Mama's chat who be saying gobble, 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 gobble? They put every time I see it, it tickles the shit out of me. Gobble, 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 gobble.
by nurses that
I don't have that
specifically.
information, sir, and let me be clear, cannot be provided to me under HIPAA. The only information I have is what you put in the inmate
And
communication form.
it could be verified because I was told when I was brought down here that everybody knew that I was on COVID protocol. That's why everybody
Because you
had.
advised us.
That's why because the jail advised them. That's why they had to wear masks
Miss
to bring me
V.
down. That's why I'm essentially on a protocol that doesn't allow me out of my cell until my results come back.
Yeah, they don't let
So
him out
I'm
of
not
his cell.
allowed
That's
out of
not
my
right.
cell at the moment because of the
Gotta let him
protocol
out of
that
his
the
cell.
nurse himself placed me on.
He
that
need
the
his
jail
freedom, Your Honor.
confirmed.
Your Majesty.
That is very easy information
Highness.
to obtain.
Sir, I
Yes.
have
Young lady,
the
who you
an
calling a
attorney
hippo?
for the
Excuse me, Your
county
Honor.
here
I
who
don't-
will
I don't wanna-
verify
I
that
don't
none
want
of
you to
that
think I'm trying to
information
argue
has
with
been
you, Your Honor.
provided to me due
I
to
don't-
HIPAA.
Look at this. While she's talking, he's like talking over her and then talking about, I don't want you to think that I'm I don't want you to think I'm talking over you. What do you think that is you're doing, Daryl? If it ain't talking over, what is it?
HIPAA
I don't want you to think
requirements.
I'm arguing.
So I'm not
But
arguing it with you,
I
sir,
know. I
one
just
bit.
want you to know that I'm not arguing with you either. But I was right in the middle of finishing what I was saying.
You know
So
what?
I need to stop you for a minute,
Yeah.
Mr. Brooks,
I don't
because
consent to that, Your Honor, because
you don't have
I don't consent to that, Your Honor. I don't consent to you deciding when you want to say something, Your Honor. I don't think that's. I mean, come on. You need to be more submissive, Your Honor. You're acting like a man, Your Honor. You need to be more submissive. I'm a man, Your Honor. Your Majesty, Your Highness. You need to know your place, okay? Okay, I can't consent to you talking just because you feel like it, Your Honor. I just can't. I'm sorry. I cannot abide. Ain't this something? He said this with an orange suit and 3 t-shirts on. You know, 3 of the same color stacked on t-shirts. It's terrible. It's terrible.
to consent,
I
but
don't
here we go.
consent or agree to being cut off right when I'm trying
All right,
to
I'm just going to
provide the
talk
court with
over him for a
information.
minute. I do not have any other information regarding the COVID-19 protocol, meaning anything specific about you, Mr. Brooks, other than what was put in the inmate communication, which reads, due to just learning I'm on COVID-19 protocol, I respectfully ask for all proceedings to be adjourned at this time, which is why I asked you if there was any other information you wanted to provide me as I consider your request, because the jail has not provided me with any specific information regarding the reason you were placed on protocol, whether you were exposed, whether you are showing symptoms. They cannot provide me with that information absent you giving them permission by signing an applicable authorization to do that. Without that, I have to rely upon you to provide that information to me if you so choose.
That is incorrect because just yesterday you were trying to obtain the witness list that was in my cell. You had no problem whatsoever having
We got that part on
Telling
the
me
last
you're
video.
scared, you're
Yes,
fearful,
I am.
but you don't
very.
want to take a test that might
I
tell
took,
you today.
I took the test that he gave me.
And
if
you're
he
telling me
felt-
that test result won't be available to you until at least Friday.
At least Friday, that's what I was
So
told.
tomorrow.
I was told that I would be
Sorry,
placed
day
on this
after.
protocol until the results came back. The earliest that the results would be back would be Friday.
So that sounds like, to me, I think that's what they call a PCR test.
I have no idea, Your Honor. I
Okay.
have no idea what it's called. Like
Let
I
me
said,
ask
I've
you-
never had COVID. I don't know the test names. I
They
don't
gonna
know
bring
what
that
they
girl
call
in.
them.
I'm generally familiar with some of the testing for COVID.
Appetite. Then when I'm trying to eat, to just refuse the test and just say I'll just wait to see if this is what I was told. And after he told me that, I said, okay, fine, just do the test and I'll just sit on the protocol, because at first when he told me, you know, you're gonna have to be on a protocol where you're isolated. I said, okay, fine, just do the test. I'd rather you do the test and make sure that I'm healthy than to
I gotta make sure I'm healthy, after all them people that I killed. I need to, because it's really about me. When it boils down to it, it's all about me and how I feel and my health and stuff. I done murked 6 people, sent them to the nether realms, and now it's all about, I got a little twinge. Somebody needs to come and assist with this, because this can't be right. I think I have a little twinge in my throat. Ugh. So everybody need to stop what they're doing to come and attend to me, because this is unacceptable. How do you say with a straight face talk about your health in a room full of family members of the people you ran over? I'm feeling a little ill, Your Honor, Your Majesty, Your Highness. Feeling a little bit under the weather.
just refuse the test and just say I'll just wait to see if I get better or something like that. So I said, yeah, just go ahead. And that's what I was informed. Friday would be the earliest that I would get the results back. And
Okay.
I would be placed on a protocol which is called isolation, where I'm not allowed out of my cell.
Look at him. He's like, come on, did this work? Did it work? Is she believing me?
Anything
Come
else,
on,
sir,
just
you
take
think
my
I
word
need
for
to
it.
know about this issue as I consider your request?
Look at this. Look at this. Look. Look at Daryl. Look at this man posted up, tooting it, just Tooter Magruder over here. Okay, don't make me tell Bubba that you out here presenting like this. You out here presenting for the crowd. He's possessive. And he don't like to share. Okay? He don't like it. Okay? Bubba gonna fuck you up more ways than one. You know what I'm saying?
Now, at this time, I'm just telling you what I know. Multiple officers were there. They can tell you the same thing that I'm telling you now. Like I said, Lieutenant Chamberlain was there. Two
Lieutenant.
officers were there.
Officer.
Any objection if I talk to any of them to confirm what you're saying?
Absolutely not.
Any objection if I need to ask the inmates are, of course, or can be very close to one another. And so I don't want to presume that this is exactly what they follow.
Yes, Your Honor, a couple of things. Number one, we believe this is nothing more than a further delay tactic by Mr.
'Cause it
Brooks.
is.
I can advise the court, as an officer of the court and as an offer of proof, that he is.
How could
Mr.
that?
Brooks, did
how
you
could that
hear
even?
Attorney Opper interrupt you when you were talking?
Well, I respectfully object to
You
that.
can object. Your objection's noted, but
Yeah,
you need to let
You can
her
object. You shut the
state
hell up.
what she needs
kindly.
to state. I will give you an opportunity to respond. I'd
That's-
encourage you to use
that is
paper and a
ridiculous, Your
pen
Honor.
to write down. That's the rules of decorum in the courtroom, sir. We generally avoid interrupting one another so that, number one, the record can be clear, and perhaps most importantly, because that is a sign that we all understand that this is a place of dignity. It is a place of respect. It demonstrates that, frankly, a willingness on the participants
Yeah.
to conduct themselves appropriately.
Yeah,
It
like you
avoids
got some
creating
fucking
disorder
sense.
or disruption.
Ow.
So I will give you an opportunity to respond,
I'm
but
gonna
you need to
hold
give
hands.
Attorney Opper an opportunity without interruption.
Yeah. Look at
Go
her.
ahead, Attorney Opper.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor,
Yeah, she just needs some. She look at her. She like it. Can it be my turn to talk? Can I get an opportunity to talk? Can I?
again, we believe this is a delay tactic in line with the defendant's behavior since about the August 25th or 26th motion hearing. I can advise the court, as an officer of the court, that Mr. Brooks has been saying for the last several weeks in his recorded jail calls to his mother and others that he's going to get this trial delayed or adjourned or pushed back. This behavior, again, on the 11th hour is 100% consistent with that. I believe that if the court wanted more information from the jail administrator, she is present and could provide that information. I believe Mr. Brooks has waived any HIPAA privacy rights he may have in that regard and indicated that to the court. And also, I believe she would be able to provide information if the court ordered her to do so. I believe that even if he is on COVID protocol, it will have zero impact on his ability to prepare for this case. As we've learned already, and I'm prepared to make a further record, he has all of his discovery materials within the confines of his jail cell. He has a tablet made available to him in the confines of his own jail cell.
Yep.
And he has the ability to use a conference room in his pod. I don't believe the COVID protocol would interfere with his ability to access that conference room whatsoever. But again, I could verify that with the jail administrator if the court thinks that's an appropriate fact. The fact that he claims to have started reporting symptoms as far back as the weekend, we're probably right up against the 5 days right now. If he started this on Saturday, which I don't believe there's any record of, we're at 5 days right now. And certainly the court's offer to...
I never once said...
Mr. Brooks,
I never
have
said
an
I never
opportunity
no,
momentarily.
No,
You
I
need to stay
respectfully
quiet.
object to that because that has no merit.
Mr. Brooks, it's not
she's
your
saying-
time
no,
to speak.
No, I respectfully object. I never reported saying what day. I never said a day. And if you saying she's saying she has jail phone calls, well, why aren't they present? Why can't they be verified by sworn affidavit and brought into this court to be shown that this is a delay tactic, as you say it is? How come it can't be shown by sworn affidavit? Can you provide proof of that?
All right, Mr. Brooks, I've given you a little bit of leeway because we are outside the presence of the jury.
I haven't given consent to waive anything. I've simply told the judge that I had no issue with her verifying with the jail that this protocol is in effect and that I was in effect tested for COVID-19. How could that be a delay tactic?
Yeah, how can that be a
If that
delay
was a delay tactic, why would I even need to be tested and placed on the protocol? Why does everybody have to have on masks to bring me down here?
Well, because you were hoping that this would, just like what you asked for, you asked, could this all be, stopped and, just gotten rid of because you're sick and, everybody know you can't go to jail when you're sick. You can't be prosecuting people when they got the sniffles. You can't do that. Everybody know that, don't they, Darrell? Don't they? Okay. And now he's like, how does that? It don't even make sense that it was be for a delay. Even though I did tell my mother that I definitely was going to be trying to do whatever I could to get this here thing delayed. Ooh. Are these old hearings or these recent? Of course they're old. This is Darrell Brooks. He's cooked. He's done. He's sizzled. He's fried. It can't be new. Because he also stalled on his homework, never did his stuff, so now he delayed his appeal to now where he don't even get to have one. So, of course, this is old. This is old. This is the old footage. Yes, it is. Warwick. Okay, Warwick, if that's what it is, it's old. I think that should have been obvious. Definitely obvious dollars and obvious cents. Ooh, he's infected with evil. He definitely is. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are wrong. Nobody ever answered me. He thinks he is so sneaky. Funny how he goes from not being able to talk and lift his head to being so mad. Ain't that something? He forgot all about it. Well, it didn't work because it didn't work. And now he's like, shit, I was trying to be docile to pretend to be sick. But now, since I ain't gonna get my way, I guess I could just go back to just being a 100% douche.
All right, Mr. Brooks, I've given...
Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you. Yes, you do. Ooh. We're on our way, you guys. Look at that. 5 out of 20. That is 25% of... No, wait. No. Yeah. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, that is 25% of the goal. You know what I'm saying? Mama got a 20 goals, 20 super chat goal for the live stream. And that is 5 out of 20, which equals 25. No, it's not 25%. Wait, 5, 10, 15. Yeah. 25%. 25%. Yeah, 25% of the way to the goal. Mama hasn't done a happy dance in a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been no, just kidding. Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow, the night is over, this masquerade is getting older, curtains down, all the world is... Madonna used to be the shit back in the day, where she turned herself into like the Great Pumpkin or something. Like, she look crazy now. She look nuts. Okay.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to warn you now that you have interrupted a couple of times. You interrupted Attorney Apper twice.
I have to be able to speak up.
You're now
I got
interrupting
to be
me
able to
yet
talk,
again.
Your Honor, Your Majesty, etc.
We all were polite and had you provide information.
Not polite. That was abuse.
That's at least the third interruption of this court.
That was abuse by the prosecution. That was abuse.
Mr. Brooks, let me finish.
No, because that's...
So he's outright refusing to listen.
I would
He's
not sit
outright
here.
talking over me
I didn't
at the
refuse
moment.
anything. I didn't refuse
Mr.
anything.
Brooks, we are at the point yet again where I will put you in the other courtroom because you are not able...
I don't consent to being removed.
Yeah,
I have not
I don't consent
waived the
to
right
this,
to
Your
be
Honor.
present, and I don't agree with that.
You can't make me, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks.
Does the
I
record
have
reflect?
provided you
check,
on
speak a
multiple
dance.
occasions
Speak a
and
dance.
it should be in front of you.
No,
And
I
if
don't.
not,
I don't acknowledge that. I haven't agreed
you
to
have been
it, and I
advised
haven't
on
given
multiple
consent of it.
occasions that you
The
need
like
to abide
button.
by the standards of courtesy and decorum for the courts of Wisconsin, because you are a litigant,
Abide,
you're both
you're
a
a-
named defendant. You
Daryl.
are now acting as your own attorney by
I'm not a named
representing
defendant.
yourself.
I don't recognize the name
That all of the rules
states
of courtesy and
put on
decorum
their
apply
complaint.
to
I don't
you.
recognize that name, Your Honor. That is
Supreme
not who
Court
I am.
Rule 62.02 details many of the requirements for courtesy and decorum. I've referenced a couple of them on multiple occasions, including that sub 1 sub F of 62.02, that proper conduct and attire is expected within the courthouse, and where possible, individuals, including yourself, right, are to refrain from creating disorder and disruption. Sub H, you're supposed to conduct yourself in a manner which demonstrates sensitivity to the necessity of preserving decorum and integrity of the judicial process. You have been advised multiple times, sir, of the expectation that this court has that you conduct yourself in a civil manner. You've been advised multiple times that this court will not tolerate disruptions, interruptions, that when you do that, you run the risk of forfeiting your right to be present in the courtroom. As you know, I have available the courtroom next door that's connected to the holding area. It is connected by audio and visual means. It provides you an opportunity to meaningfully participate by also giving the court the opportunity.
What was that, Robert? Robert said, did you see the new type of pole? It's circular, rotates freely, and it's only attached to the ceiling. I just looked up them poles. I don't see nothing that look nothing like what you talking about. But what if that thing exists? That thing sounds like a death trap. That sounds like a death trap. I don't see one though. Like I'm seeing no nothing about anything like that. I think you made that up. I think you dreamt that. Robert, I think you dreamt that thing. That ain't real. Okay? And don't invent it either, because it sounds dangerous. Ooh. Yes, honey. It's because he ain't got no integrity. He got no integrity.
To control the decorum, to control the disruptive behavior, because primarily your disruptive behavior is repeated interruptions of this court, talking over this court, now talking over the prosecutor. I appreciate that you have not interrupted me for quite some time. So at this point, though, I need to warn you that further interruptions may very well result in you being removed to the other courtroom where you would participate by audiovisual means. At this time, I would like to hear from the court administrator, especially as it relates to the protocol.
Jail administrator.
Did I say the court administrator?
Yes, that's all right.
That's okay. We're in court, and I would like to hear from the jail administrator. Thank you very much. And just to get some general information and perhaps even some specific information regarding the what Mr. Brooks has provided, since he indicated I could verify all of this information with either the lieutenant or others who are present. So I believe we have Angela Wallenhaupt here, if she would come up to the witness stand.
Your Honor, if
Welcome
I
back,
don't
Marilyn.
want to mix
Is Birdie sleeping? Is Birdie sleeping? Getting that beauty rest? Ooh.
issues, but the inmate communication form from September 28th also still needs to be addressed by the court, and I think the jail administrator may have some information relevant to that issue as well.
All right, thank you. I
Please.
have a list of a bunch of things I want to go over, and I'm gonna.
So, Your Honor, respectfully, just so I'm clear,
We'll be clear. Let's be clear now.
are we addressing the issue at hand now?
We are.
Or are we addressing something from September?
Well, I will get to the September inmate communication form at some point during this hearing, but right now I'm addressing the most recent inmate communication form that is dated October 5, and that addresses your request for an adjournment. So I'll have you sworn in. I'll just do it. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I do. Etc.
Would you please state your first and last names for the record?
Angela Wallenhaupt,
Would you spell your last name?
WOLLENHAUPT.
Thank you. If you could please advise us on the record again of your job title and responsibilities.
I'm the jail administrator for the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department. I am head of the division in charge of all staff and inmate issues.
Could you provide information to the court on the general COVID protocol within the jail?
Judge, I would prefer to not speak to the operational considerations with that. I can speak to the fact that there are different protocols that are put on people for different medical or management reasons, which may have modifications to them. I can speak to the protocol Mr. Brooks has placed on, that it won't affect the area he is living in, nor access to areas that are not other inmate occupied.
That seems fair. I don't want to certainly put all of your operations on display. That's not necessary. But if you could speak to the specifics as it relates to Mr. Brooks's current situation.
So he would remain in his current cell housing
Ain't going
location.
nowhere. Got it.
He would have access to a conference room if he needed it, access to a telephone. And we would be able to, it's a safety security measure for him as well as our staff. And we can safely produce him for court.
Why is you staring at her like this, Daryl?
When I hear the phrase being on a protocol, that to me could have more than one reason. Someone could have been exposed, someone could have tested, or someone could have reported symptoms that required testing. Would I be mistaken in any of those beliefs?
You are correct, Judge.
Would there be any other reasons for someone to be placed on a protocol, a COVID-19 protocol within the Waukesha County Jail?
No.
And would you tell me which one of those three options has prompted the COVID protocol for Mr. Brooks?
Judge, I have not reviewed his medical record prior to arriving here.
All right, fair enough. Do you have an understanding of what that is?
Yes,
Based
however,
on information provided to you?
yes, however, he has not signed a release allowing me to speak to the court. So if you are ordering me to speak to the court, I can speak to what my understanding is.
Mr. Brooks, I took your statements earlier that you would not object to me asking jail staff about the current situation to verify the information you provided. Is that still correct?
Look at that. No. He said that she could ask. He said that she could ask. He said that she could ask. He said, yes, definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely, he said. So now there's the lady. Time to ask the question. Let's see. As a courtesy, she goes ahead and she says, is you still okay with me asking? Let's see what y'all think you're going to say. And what you going to think you're going to say?
I said that I wouldn't have any issue with pertaining to myself. I don't know. I'm not speaking about anybody else in the jail. I'm not speaking about.
Yeah, she's talking about you. She's talking about you.
With everybody's situation is different.
Right, and I'm specifically referring to your situation.
Yeah, yours.
Well, the question was asked in, how does it pertain to me? It was pertaining to me, all the questions, which it came up when I said that there was a lieutenant and there were officers present when I took this test from the nurse.
Right, I'd like to verify the information that you're providing to me regarding what was reported by you, what tests were administered, and why you're on the protocol with the jail administrator. First of all, do you understand what I want to ask her about?
No, I do not understand.
Did you hear what I said just now?
I do not understand.
But did you hear what I said?
Frankly, Your Honor, I think she would probably be the.
You know, I never realized how big this counter thing was until just from this angle. Look how tiny she looks behind this gigantic, huge ass counter area thing. Like she's taking up this tiny little piece of space behind this big old thing. That's a nice courtroom, by the way.
The wrong person to be asking because she wasn't present.
You must understand then what I'm saying if you think she's not the person who would provide that
No,
information.
I don't understand. I didn't consent to understanding or agreeing to that. No, I do not understand.
He said, I do not consent to understanding or agreeing. I don't consent to this sun coming up every morning. I don't consent. I can't in good conscience consent to this here moon showing up every night. I just can't do it.
All right. I took his statements earlier.
Uh-huh.
I realize you don't have a written waiver as to be a verbal waiver of any privacy rights under HIPAA, and I am directing you to answer the question.
Okay. It was brought to my attention shortly before the lunch hour that he had made statements that prompted the medical department to follow up. As I said before, I have not reviewed the medical record. It is my understanding he was administered a
Precious
test.
me? What's up?
He was also offered another test, to which he refused.
And then his hot dog pack forehead.
Do you have any information regarding
little
whether
wrinkles.
this other test would have been a rapid test?
I believe it to be.
Do you have those tests available in the facility to offer to an individual?
I have one available right now.
Uh-oh. He got one right now. She got it right there in the courtroom.
I asked the question, Your Honor.
Of me or of the witness?
Jail administration.
Go ahead, you can ask a question.
Ms. Wallenhoff, if there were different types of tests available, why wasn't I administered the correct test when I first was tested? Why would essentially I would be asked to take a test, take that test, then turn around again and be told to take a whole nother test? In my mind, that's almost like some type of ploy or something, some type of scheme. Why?
Sir, what's the question?
I asked
what's-
the question, why would
No,
I
you
not
didn't.
be given the correct test from the get-go instead of having to take two tests? If I've already taken one
Brooks,
test,
you have to give her an opportunity to
Yeah.
answer, and you
I've
gotta
already-
ask one
I know
question
you
at a
did.
time.
I just asked the question.
I know, and then you kept fucking talking, stupid. Yeah, that's her point. That's her point, Daryl. She's saying, okay, got it. You asked the question. Now shut up so she can answer it, please. He's so weird. He's so weird. He's the weirdest, one might say.
Can she answer it then? Do you want her to answer it? I presume you do, since you asked the question, so you need to stop talking so that she can answer it, okay?
Limit your abuse, Your Honor.
You said limit your abuse. Man, save that speech for Bubba, okay? Look over your shoulder like so. Bubba, limit your abuse, okay? Limit your abuse. That's Daryl's new life. Limit your abuse. Bubba said, you need to grow your hair back out. I'm going to need for you to have some ponytail. I need you to have a ponytail, Earl. It's going to be easier for me if you got some ponytail.
I'm sorry.
I don't appreciate being talked to that way, Your Honor.
You don't? Oh, that's terrible.
Your objection is noted. Go ahead and answer.
Judge, I would prefer not to answer that question. He states the wrong test. I don't know what he's speaking of. I have not reviewed the medical record with what test was administered, so I would prefer not to answer that question.
All right, fair enough.
I did not say the wrong test. I said two tests.
Bitch,
It was.
you
Why would I
said,
need
why
to
did
take
they
two
give...
tests?
You said, why did they give you the wrong test? You said, why did they...
That's almost like why would essentially I would be asked to take a test
Of me or of the witness?
of jail administration.
Go ahead, you can ask a question.
Ms. Wallenhoff, if there were different types of tests
Hey,
available,
Tony.
why wasn't I administered the correct test when I first was tested? Why would essentially I would be asked to take a test, take that test, then turn around again and be told to take a whole nother test? In my mind, that's almost like some type of ploy or something, some type of scheme. Why?
Sir, what's the question?
I asked the question, why would I not be given the correct test from the get-go instead of having to take 2 tests? If I've already taken
Mr.
one
Brooks,
test,
you have to give her an opportunity to answer, and you
I've
gotta
already-
ask one question at a time.
I just asked the question.
Can she answer it then? Do you want her to answer it? I presume you do. The objection,
So he
I'll
said,
give both parties an
gave
opportunity
me
to
the-
ask
why
questions
didn't
of
you
this
give me the
witness,
correct one?
since it's Mr. Brooks's request. I know do you have any other questions for?
Scope of this witness's knowledge, and it also assumes a fact.
Was administered, so I would prefer not to answer that question.
All right, fair enough.
I did not say the wrong test. I said 2 tests. If
no,
it
you
was,
said not the correct test. That's
why
what
would
you
I need to
said.
take 2 tests
You liar.
for the same symptom?
Your Honor, I object to relevance and beyond the scope of this witness's knowledge, and it also assumes a fact, not an evidence.
Damn, that's a
Right,
lot
so,
of objections.
I'll sustain the objection. I'll give both parties an opportunity to ask questions of this witness, since it's Mr. Brooks's
The
request.
booby
I know
test.
do you have any other questions for Jail Administrator Wallenhupt on this issue at this time?
I don't think I was clear, or I didn't have clarity on the answer to that question. Essentially, what I'm asking is,
Yes,
why
Darrell.
would I need to take 2 tests for the same thing? There shouldn't. If I'm taking a COVID test, why would I need to take another one?
And I'm gonna object as to lack of foundation and beyond the scope of this witness's knowledge, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained.
Yeah.
I'll direct the witness. She does not need to answer that question. Next question, if you have one, please.
Ride it, my balloon
I still
and
don't have
pony.
clarity on that, Your Honor. I'm
Whoa.
baffled.
Do you have another question? A different question?
Would it be any way to verify why I would need to take 2 tests for the same symptoms?
I'm not sure I understand the question, sir. I think
I'm referring to the nurse who administered the test.
the nurse isn't here, though. This is Jail Administrator Wallenhupt.
And that's why it's hard for me to wrap my head around why Mrs. Wallenhoff would be called to testify when she was not present. I think the wrong person is testifying.
Do you have any other
Because
questions
the
for
reason
her?
why I
I
say
understand what you're saying. Do you have any other questions for her, though?
Are you sure you wrapping your head around what I'm saying, Your Honor?
Do you have any other questions for this witness?
To your knowledge, you just said that you have.
He feeling some type of way, honey. He feeling some type of way. He didn't like that. He said, how you gonna get sassy with me, Judge? How you gonna do that? Okay? I'm the queen of the night. You can't be doing that to me.
Have a rapid test available right now. When did that become available? Because I was told otherwise.
I know there is a rapid test available right now. As I stated before, it is my understanding that you were offered a rapid test and you refused.
So why was I not offered a rapid test from the get-go?
Objection, relevance.
If she knows, she may answer.
I do not know the answer to that. I have not reviewed the medical record, jail contracts with the medical provider.
Thank you. Next question, if you have one.
So there are more than one type of COVID test administered by this jail.
Again, the jail contracts, Judge, I prefer not to answer that. The jail contracts with the medical provider. I do not direct testing for medical conditions. That would be our medical contract.
I believe the record's clear that a rapid test was offered. It was declined by Mr. Brooks. The record's also clear that he did submit.
Your Honor.
He did submit to a test, but this witness is not able to answer whether that was a rapid or not, given her role in the Waukesha County Jail as the administrator and not in charge of medical.
Because she was
I will find
stupid.
she does not need
Exactly.
to answer that question because it's outside her scope. And to further answer it might be speculative. So do you have another question?
Yes, M. Thompson, that was abuse. That was abuse. You can't be, how you going to embarrass the Darrell? You know, just because a person drives to a parade, drives over the children and their grandparents, doesn't give you the right to say things that aren't, you know, super comforting and compliments to the Darrell. It's abusive, really. If you think about it, it's abusive. Okay? Do better, Judge. Do better.
So would it be fair to say, you just said it would be speculative, so would it be fair to say that it'd be speculative that the second test would be a rapid test?
I will make,
That doesn't make sense. No, the second test is going to be a rapid test. That's the type of test she's said that she can give you. This one is going to be a rapid test. So I'm starting to think Darrell don't know what this word rapid means. Starting to think the problem is that Darrell don't know rapid. He's just not aware of what this word means. You know what I'm saying?
a determination on your motion after all of the evidence and testimony on this issue is received?
The like button for my
I
mom.
Answer,
can't
Your Honor.
answer that question at this
Well,
time,
I'm
sir.
asking it of Ms. Wallenhoff. Is
You
it
get 85 likes.
because
Gimme.
we just said it would be speculative?
Well, you
So-
were looking at me when you said that,
Well,
so are you, and I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm not a witness in this.
The
I
reason
make
why I
the
was-
determination
The reason why I was
ultimately.
looking at Your Honor is because
Do you have another question
I'm
for
still trying to
Jail
figure out
Administrator
how-
Wallenhaupt?
I thought testimony was supposed to be the prosecution and the defense's time to
Sir,
ask
do you
questions.
have another question? Otherwise, I'm going to ask the state if they have any more from this witness.
I asked the question: would it be fair to say that it's speculative about what the second test actually was?
Mr. Brooks, I don't understand your question.
What isn't to understand about it? If you were
He is such a smart ass. I can't believe that you, in the position that you are in, are standing here tooted up with your ass pointed out at these people, talking about something, acting like you, like I don't see what's ununderstandable about the weird shit that I just said. I don't understand, but I feel like I was very clear, the most clear, really, when you think about it, the most clear. Oh, yeah, he is. He's the gift that keeps on giving. He sure is.
if you were offered a test,
Objection, relevance.
no, it's a question.
Hold on.
I'm
You're
getting some-
asking
I'm
a
going somewhere.
I'll let you get the question out, but I would just note you're asking her a hypothetical that, given her role, she might not be qualified to answer. But you can go ahead and ask it.
Well, it's not hypothetical. It's very logical. If you were offered a test and you took it, why would you need to essentially take another test that could have been done right from the beginning? If there would be any issues, if there would be
Look at this lady.
Right, Mr. Brooks, it's not relevant what she would do. So that's essentially an argumentative
Okay, so
question,
why-
and
so
it's
why would
not
I do it?
relevant. So
Why would
sit
I do it
down.
then?
You're done asking questions because you've
So
now
is that a
asked.
judicial determination?
I haven't made a judicial determination yet.
You're
Go ahead,
practicing
Attorney
law from the
Opper.
bench by being able to ask
Mr.
certain
Brooks?
questions of yourself.
Mr. Brooks, okay, here's your warning. I'm giving Attorney Opper an opportunity
So
to
you're
ask this
practicing law from
witness
the bench.
questions, and if you interrupt her, you will be removed to the next courtroom.
I don't consent to being removed to the next courtroom. I don't consent to even being at these proceedings if I'm not able to put on a proper defense.
Yeah,
which
I gotta
is my
put on a good defense,
constitutional
Your
right
Honor.
to be able to
My
do so.
Constitution as
I
a
haven't
sovereign
agreed to
citizen.
any contracts. I haven't consented to any contracts, and I have
Your
not
objection
consented-
is noted. Attorney Opper, go ahead.
I have not consented
Thank you.
to
Ms.
an
Wallenhaupt,
estoppel either.
although Mr. Brooks is under a COVID protocol, Is he still allowed to review his discovery materials in his jail cell?
Yes.
Object for relevancy.
To your knowledge, are those materials?
The objection is overruled.
I'm sorry. To your knowledge, if you know, are his discovery materials currently in his jail cell?
Yes, ma'am, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
I object to
Is
that,
he
yeah.
still
I object
able-
to that, Your Honor. I'm not allowed
Sir,
to
her
keep.
answer stands. There's no question to which to
I
object.
object to that. There is.
You can't testify at the moment. If you want to provide further information after she is done testifying, I will give you that opportunity.
Will
Your
will she be
objection
able to-
is
Will she
overruled.
be able to stay right there so I can ask the question?
It's not your time yet. You have to wait. So this is the final warning. Okay,
Well, let me get some yellow emojis in the chat. No. No, take it back. I take it back. Let me get fuck it. Yellow emojis in the chat. Yellow emojis in the chat.
given you a lot of leeway today.
You have not, Your Honor. You haven't. No.
I
you
am
haven't.
turning to Attorney Opper. It is her opportunity, her turn to ask this witness a question.
And it is my right to be able to object, just like she objected
And-
when I was asking
Right,
questions.
and when the court rules on an objection, usually the party who objects stays silent. I rule on the objection. The parties don't debate the ruling. It's noted for appeal,
Here we go.
and then we move on.
Then I would like to put you on notice that I will be appealing that judicial decision.
You on
that
notice,
make.
Your
Next
Honor.
question, Attorney
You've
Opper.
been put on notice,
Judicial
Your Honor.
determination,
Ms.
rather.
Molenhop,
Be afraid.
while on COVID protocol,
Be very afraid.
does Mr. Brooks have access to the tablet in his jail cell?
Clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
And that tablet has legal materials available for him to access if he so chooses. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
And while he is on COVID protocol, does he have access to the conference room, which also contains a computer with further legal materials?
Yes, ma'am.
And nothing about the
Shit's a
protocol
word.
would restrict his access to any of those materials. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
And you've
I object to
indicated
that. I
previously.
object to that respectfully, Your Honor.
So, an objection goes to whether there's lots of rules of evidence that apply, but if you're objecting to her answer, that's a different thing. You can argue the meaning
objecting
of
to
that
the
later.
question,
Okay,
not
the
the
objection,
answer.
Oh, purple.
but then you have to say objection before she answers. You
She
objected
didn't
after
answer.
she
She
answered.
didn't answer the last
The
question.
objection is noted, it's overruled, her answer may stand. Next question.
All right, purple emojis in the chat. Purple emojis in the chat.
Ms. Swollenhop, you're aware that there has been digital discovery made available to Mr. Brooks for him to view in the Waukesha County Jail,
I
correct?
respectfully object to that.
Overruled, she may answer.
Correct.
He
Yellow
would
look good,
view
don't
that
it?
digital
Call it yellow.
discovery on the computer in the conference room in his pod,
I
correct?
respectfully object to that.
Overruled, you may answer.
Correct, ma'am.
And
So you're gonna
the proto-
overrule everything, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Brooks, you have got to stop. It's fine if you object.
It's
I will
furious,
rule on it
Your
as
Honor.
I deem appropriate under the rules of evidence, which, by the way, I provided a copy for you. See that big book over there?
No, I don't
It
see
has
it.
the criminal statutes.
I don't see it.
It has the traffic code. It has
don't
the
see
rules
it.
of evidence. Well, it's on your table. It's behind the microphone.
Your Honor, he can't see it. I don't know what to tell you, okay? He can't see it. It's a book. He don't know what those are. This is his first encounter with one. He's like, what is this thing? What is this? Oh, you pull this back and there's paper inside. Oh, interesting. Ugh, what's this for? Let's just try to make our way through it and see what it is.
Microphone, and it's there. I've provided it to you as a courtesy so that you have that available
You did not
to
provide
you.
anything to me.
You didn't give me nothing.
Right, I'm
Something
directing the
that-
bailiffs to
something
remove
that
him
may
to the
have-
other courtroom.
something
I've
that-
provided ample opportunity
I've
for
never-
Mr.
I've
Brooks
never
to
taken
abide by the
anything-
simple
I've
rules
never
of
taken
decorum
anything,
and
Your Honor.
civility.
Your Honor, I don't
He is-
consent or agree to what you are doing.
Your lack
don't
of
give
consent is
consent.
noted for the
I
record.
don't give consent to an estoppel. I don't.
I'll
give
make a
consent.
more full record when we
I
are
don't give
open
consent
again to
an
the public.
estoppel. I don't give consent to be removed.
Madam Reporter,
being
the
able
record
to
should
exercise
reflect
my
the court is
constitutional
stepping
right.
off the bench. You may step off.
I
if you
move.
want.
I move for a motion to dismiss. You still haven't even ruled on the claim. There's no one that even has a claim against me here.
Nobody has a claim, and that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right.
We are on the record. Mr. Brooks, I was provided with information that your test result was hand-delivered to you, folded. Did you?
My favorite part. This is my favorite part of all the parts, just so you know. He gets the result back, but he don't want her to see it because, of course, he wants to drag this for filth. He wants to drag it to the end of the universe, okay? To the depths of Hades, he wants to drag it.
Receive that.
I was made aware of my. I didn't look at it yet, so
Do you have it with you?
it is. It's in my paperwork somewhere.
All right, I need you to.
Look at this. Look. He thought he was going to get away with this. Oh, that on my result? Oh, yeah, it's around here somewhere. There's no hurry. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm extremely worried like I harassed the shit out of you to say over and over again the other day. I know I said I was super worried, in fear of my life, about this whole thing. But, now I'm just like, there's some results around here somewhere. It's whatever. I'm not really that concerned about it. If I'm being honest with you, it's around here. I'll check it out later. It's not a biggie. No biggie. No biggie smalls. Okay. No Tupac. No biggie smalls.
Locate it.
Yeah, find it
Open
for
it
me.
up, please.
Find it, Darrell. Come on.
May I ask the reason why that would be?
Look at that. Look. And he is so full of shit. You hear me? The most full of shit. Okay. Yeah, this is the best part. I love this. I love this part. This is the classics. The classics, honey.
Mr. Brooks, you raised this issue yourself, and I'd like to know the result.
I would too, but I was kind of in the middle of preparing for my defense, so
Mr. Brooks, find the piece of paper and open it up and read it, please.
Look at his face.
Your Honor, I don't.
Look at his stupid face. What? Your Honor, I would. I really would. I would dig around in here and try to find the result, but I am very busy. I am fighting for my life here, trying to put on a good trial and show for you. I'll check it out later. Really, if you think about it, I'll check it out later, when I don't have it with me. I'll lie later. Oh, shit.
Consent to being talked to in that fashion.
Your lack of consent is noted for the record. Please find the piece of paper, open it up, and please read it.
I will not consent to that, Your Honor. Or do I agree to that, Your Honor? I do not.
Mr. Brooks, then I'm going to advise the Sheriff's Department to find the piece of paper and hand it to me so that I can read it. So that those are your two options.
What would be the basis for that, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks, this is an issue that you raised, and I need to bring it to finality and know what the test result is.
Finality.
Okay, with all due respect, it was a motion that I raised.
All right, I'm going to clear the courtroom. We're going to go off the record, and we're going to find that piece of paper, and I'm going to address it when that's done.
Oh no. Oh my God. Darrell, it's almost a whole lot like that you don't got no rights.
Excuse everyone from the courtroom, take a recess so that the test result could be obtained, and if necessary, by reasonable force. It's my understanding there was some type of situation or altercation between Mr. Brooks and the deputies.
Oh no.
Ultimately, though, I think he was taken into the bullpen. He was brought back out, but it was very clear to me that he was upset. I think understandably so, but I needed to make a record of what was being done, including that I have obtained the test result. So there's an accurate record in this case related to the motion that was raised previously by Mr. Brooks. I want Mr. Brooks to know that I am not removing him from when the jurors are brought back in. It was just simply because he was upset. He was very loud when I walked into the courtroom before going on back on the record. He was yelling about his constitutional rights being violated. I advised him that if there was any type of use of force that he wanted to complain about, he could certainly do that through the proper channels with the sheriff's department. But just given his state of agitation and my need to make a record, I had him taken to the other courtroom. He is currently muted. I do not intend to go forward with additional testimony. Ultimately, I'm going to take an early lunch break because of this, but I will make a record of the following. I have the result. I am going to scan it, have my clerk scan it. It will be filed as confidential, though. It won't be available to the public, but it's there for appellate purposes, but I can confirm that the test result for COVID-19 was negative.
Oh, what? Daryl, are you telling me that after all that shit talking, you lying ass turd, talking about you can't taste nothing, you can't smell nothing, you in prison? Why would you even want to smell that food? I wouldn't want to smell that food. Okay? And you don't even have it. You don't even have it. You liar. Hey, Daryl, how embarrassed are you? Scale of 1 to 10. Oh, 1 being not really embarrassed at all. It's like, it's whatever to you. Or 10 being just dig a hole, crawl in, never speak again. You know that?
And again, I required the sheriff's department to provide that result to me. And it was, and it will remain under seal. I realize I'm disclosing that result, but I feel obligated to do that given the motion that was raised 2 days ago by Mr. Brooks. Again, I intend to take an early lunch, so that will hopefully give Mr. Brooks an opportunity, if he so chooses, to review the result himself. It was put in front of him. I did see that he either shoved it or tossed it or just dismissed it. It looked like it went on the floor when it was put in front of him, but we'll certainly have the deputies give that to him again. During the recess for lunch, Mr. Brooks will also be given the opportunity to change into street clothes if he so chooses. But when we come back, he will be in this courtroom. I agree. Mr. Brooks was making a couple of statements about how he was abiding by the rules and being respectful, things of that nature. I agree. He's done an excellent job while in court here this morning. He's been respectful of the rules. He made some early on. I let him, make his.
He's gonna be getting. He about to get his compliments. He about to get his compliments, and now he gonna break down. I really was trying, Your Honor, Your Majesty. Thanks for noticing all the hard work I did when I didn't do my homework. Just thank you. Because what's this shit?
Objections or lack of consent. He did that respectfully. When I said I was moving on, he generally was able to do that. We were able to get through 2 witnesses. He was able to follow along as cogent,
Here we go.
clear,
Watch the breakdown.
Responsive
really
and
trying.
articulate objections. He was able to elicit.
He's like, really? You think so? You really think I'm articulate? Thank you. My mother told me that also. Now you got 2 ladies who lied to you, Daryl. Congratulations. Congratulations, Daryl. Congratulations. Okay.
Information from the witnesses regarding either their memory, their credibility, and other things. Generally speaking, he's been able to competently represent himself and provide, again, solid cross-examination this morning. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to hopefully settle back in and to come back here when we return from lunch.
And my life is over. I did all I could do. Turns out all I could do was run over the children and the grandparents. But I did everything I could do. Your Honor, Your Majesty, thanks for noticing that thanks for pointing out how cogent, whatever the fuck that means, and capable that I am. Thank you for telling me all these nice things before you shovel me under the prison. Thank you. Daryl, you ain't never getting out. You gonna need Dracula to save you, bitch. You gonna need Dracula to come in and bite you. He gonna have to bite you. Like Bubba Deal. He gonna have to bite you. Okay? That's what he gonna have to do. You ain't never coming out. Never. Not never. Ever. Look at him. This is not fair. All I did was murder the children and the grandparents. That's all I did. That's all I did. What were them dancing grandmothers doing in the road anyway? Who would let the children walk in the street? Who would do that? How is this my fault? What the fuck is a parade? Daryl, explain to me how you became the victim. I want to know. I'm just curious. I want to know the timeline. How'd you go from being behind the wheel like this to I blew the horn. What else did they want from me? Hey, Edie Beatty, what's up? What's going on, Edie Beatty? What's poppin'? Fancy meeting you here. I ain't seen you in a minute, baby. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's poppin', baby? Edie Beatty. Edie Beatty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Daryl's so sad, y'all. This is terrible. This is terrible, Daryl. It's okay. They picking on you, and it ain't right. They picking on you. You know why? They hating on you. This is hate. They just hating on you because of your success, because of your height, because of your muscular build. I mean, they really hating on you because of that peninsula. I mean, who don't want a peninsula? You know what I'm saying? Everybody love a peninsula. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting over here, you got 2 shirts on at one time. Man, they just fucking hating. That's all. That's all this is. A little bit of hate. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can put moo as a tattoo over their eyeball. Like, not everybody can pull it off. But you did, Daryl. Okay? Moo on your over top of your eyebrow. Who else would do that? Nobody else could pull that off. Nobody. Like I said, they just hating. They just hating on the Daryl, ain't they, Daryl? They're hating on you? Yeah, I know they are. I know. Okay? It's because of that flappy lip you got. Who don't want a flappy lip? Everybody want that. But only you got it, Daryl. And that's why they hating on you. And it's terrible. It's terrible. They need to stop. I could make fun of Daryl to my last breath. Okay? The last thing I say before I pass away on this earth is going to be, fuck you, Daryl. You ain't shit. Okay? Okay? You ain't. Okay? Your mama said you tall, she lied. Daryl, how you gonna be living in? I'll be like passing on to the nether realms. I'll be like, he was living in your mother's car in the driveway. Daryl bought a loaf for half a ticket. Oh. I just bought a loaf for about a half a ticket. Some of my last words, Daryl. I just want to know. For as all my family gather around me, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is she rambling about?" I'll be like, "I just bought a low for about a half a ticket." That's my last words I'm gonna say.
So with that, we are in recess. Probably come back at 1 o'clock, since it's only 11:30, and we'll take the full 90 minutes for lunch
Oh,
today.
Daryl, don't be like
All right,
that.
thank you, everyone.
Oh, he can't believe it. He's like, how is this fair? You know, I'm a human being. You know, there were other teenage girls for me to, ruin the lives of out there in the world. You can't just lock me away in here. You know what I'm saying? Who else is going to get on the registry? Daryl, you is the worst. Daryl, look at me when I'm talking to you. You are the worst. Nobody's worse than you, Daryl. You are a menace to society. Okay? You got caught so fast, Daryl. Your incompetence is disgusting. Okay? You went and drove through a parade wearing slides. Okay? Got out of the car and ran in slides. Jumped over a fence and lost a slide. Then you had one slide. Then you climbed in a playhouse, bitch, just so I could make fun of you. You did that just for me. I ain't gonna lie, that was just for me. Not to make fun of you. Climbed into a playhouse where you then made the dumbass decision to leave the one slide you had left, along with, of course, your sweater, because it was freezing outside. So why not take your hoodie off and leave it when it's gray, but the shirt you got on underneath is red? So now here you are in the freezing weather with a red t-shirt on, no shoes, trying to hold your man bun up, put your hair up in a man bun, begging people for to use their phone. Why would you drive through a parade, girl, with two phones that were dead? You committed a crime not nowhere near your house with two phones on you, both of which did not work, that were dead. Daryl, why did you do that? Like, what was you doing? Okay. And that's why there ain't no way in the world. Look at this. This is why I'm going to make fun of you no matter what you're doing. Fuck your tears. Drown in them. Drown in your tears, Daryl. Just drown in them. Just drown. Don't swim. Just drown in them. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sir, state your name for the record, please.
To find the
I'm here as a third party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative.
Oh, nope. That ain't what I meant to click on. It's the one. He refused the test, to read the test. Oh, it was the one where he was like trying to delay the trial thing with the COVID test. Maybe that's the one. It might be the thing. For shits and giggles.
Record to reflect that Mr. Brooks is back in the courtroom. I do want to make a further record that he still remains in his jail attire. Prior to the break, I did advise the captain and to let
Oop, y'all hit the like button for mama. Did y'all hit the like button for mama? Hit the like button for mama. Ooh. Hit the like button. Ooh, ooh. Did you do it, Miss V? Did you hit the like button? M. Thomas, did you hit the like button for mama? Did you do it? Did you? Did you? Precious Me, did you hit the like button? Rebecca, how about you? Did you hit the like button or no? Did you do it? Okay. Daryl Keller, Edie Beatty, hit the like button for me. Tony, 75. Come on. Come on. And I should have 100 likes by now. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh. You did? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mr. Brooks know that he certainly could take the opportunity during the lunch hour to put on street clothes. So it's his choice. He is here in the jail attire. He's at the table, continues to be masked. Welcome back, Mr. Brooks.
Just for the record, Your Honor, they never asked me during the break because I had so much other stuff going on. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it was intentional on their part, but I was never asked. I just want to make that clear for the record.
Thank you. I appreciate that clarification. Nonetheless, I provided you with that opportunity, and here you are. Please be mindful, sir, that the right to be here can, of course, be lost if you engage in disruptful, discourteous behavior, if you interrupt the decorum and do not show respect for the judicial proceedings. You would, of course, be subject to removal and forfeiting your right to be present in this courtroom. All right, I'd like to bring the jury out, Mr. Brooks. I am still going through the preliminary jury instructions. I know you filed some objections. Those have been noted for the record, as I advised earlier this morning. Because I've approved of them, there should be no objections. You had ample opportunity to do that. So I'm instructing you at this point not to object, because I will consider whether that's being done for disruption. If you
Well, you said, what's in his mask? Liz, you said, what's in his mask? Fire. Brimstone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell. You know, Hades.
have an objection, write it down on a piece of paper, pass it to the bailiff, and I'll take it up outside the presence of the jury.
Just so I'm clear, are we talking about objections?
Oh yeah, forgot he was doing that. Yeah, he shoves like, tissue inside of his mask. I forgot it. I forgot we saw him do that. He like put a tissue inside of his mask. Ugh. Gross.
As to strictly jury instructions or the filings that I filed on the 3rd?
I'm not addressing those at this point,
I
sir.
was just asking for clarification. I didn't know which one you were speaking on as far as the objections.
I'm talking about objections during this court hearing.
Yeah, also he's got his mask on backwards. I don't know if you guys can tell, the blue part is supposed to be on the outside. He got his mask on backwards.
To the court going through the preliminary jury instructions.
Okay, I was just asking for clarification.
Right, I'm not addressing any of those filings. I previously addressed those. It may not be to your satisfaction, but
Remember what you said, to be honest about those.
and I'm not going to repeat myself. So the record speaks for itself. Your objections in those filings, to the extent, whatever they are noted. They're part of the record, and they will be available for you at a later point in time should you be convicted and on appeal to make whatever arguments that you need to or want to regarding those. But from my perspective, that is something I'm not going to take up any further. And any attempt by you to do that, I will have to consider whether that's being done to disrupt the proceedings and not for legitimate reasons.
The only reason for bringing it up was to make sure that they are offered into evidence.
Sir, we're not at the evidentiary phase. They're part of the record. They've been received. So at this point, there's no evidence to be taken. We're not at that stage of the.
Oh shit, y'all talking about taxes? Yeah, that shit's got me stressed out. I ain't been sleeping behind mine. I ain't did mine yet. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be terrible. And I'm not ready. And I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Let's see. Okay, channel 2. I know, right? Yeah, caricatures.
Proceedings. So you will have an opportunity after the state presents their case in chief and they rest to then present your case and to present evidence that's relevant to the issues before the court and the jury. So I'm not going to go through any further on what that means. That would be for me to provide you with an explanation of the law or procedure, but I expect you to not bring that up at this point in time or going forward.
I don't understand, though, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, I've already addressed them. I'm going to bring the jury out. Please do not disrupt as the jury comes in and as I complete reading the preliminary instructions. I am, just for reference for everyone, I've read through 44 pages of 69, and so I still have a ways to go. My intention would be to finish with the preliminary jury instructions, take a short break for all, including the jurors, and then come back with opening statements. And that's, you have a choice, sir, at that point, whether you want to give one, but the state goes first because they obviously have the burden of proof. And then you would have an opportunity to give an opening statement as well. But that's my plan, at least for the afternoon.
I would like to go back over there, Your Honor.
Look at that. He says that, and
like
as soon as he
to,
gets over there, he's talking about his right to be in the courtroom.
You're asking that to voluntarily be taken to that courtroom.
I'm trying to seek to understand how the testimony evidence that was given could be
Mr.
considered
Brooks, I've already
evidence.
dealt with that. I'm not going to deal with it. If you want to go to that courtroom, are you waiving your right to be present right now?
Can I at least raise the issue of subject matter jurisdiction? That's still
No, there's no lawful motion before the court.
What
You
about
may
my
not.
subject, my matter, and my jurisdiction, Your Honor?
a judicial determination that I cannot.
Mr.
bring
Brooks,
up.
I'm going to bring the jury out. I'd like you to stay. That's my preference that you stay. You've certainly demonstrated throughout these proceedings
Here we
that
go
you
with the
have
compliments
the
again.
capacity to follow the rules, that you have.
Again, he eating that shit up. He like, that's right. That's right. I want to make sure that at least you know my skills. You know that I'm very good at what it is that I'm doing, which made it very confusing when I got them 2,500 year sentence I got. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you think about it real hard, squeeze real hard, you'll see that I did a good job. You'll see it. I think so. I believe so.
Have the intellect to make cogent, coherent, articulate, responsive arguments when you so choose. But when you start doing what you're starting to do right now, going back to filings I've already addressed, and start talking about subject matter jurisdiction, that is a tactic by you that I believe is to disrupt and to delay the proceedings.
That is not accurate, Your Honor.
Your objection to my characterization of that is noted.
I would like to make a motion for finding the fact then.
Your request is denied.
On what basis?
Your request is denied, sir.
Your Honor, I'm merely seeking to understand on what.
Mr. Brooks, I refer you once again to document 244 that you signed, that you acknowledged, dealing with the right to waiver of right to attorney. We went through all of the advantages, the disadvantages. You were advised of things, including the charges that you face, the penalties that go along with them. We discussed the difficulty of representing yourself.
We talked about this, Darrell.
You made a deliberate choice.
You did.
To waive your right to an attorney, which this court honored.
Yep, they honored
and
it.
Granted.
They granted it too.
You, Mr. Brooks, don't interrupt me. Okay, now that's at least the second time. So don't interrupt me. I'm going to continue with these proceedings. Even though you're mild-mannered, even though you're speaking in a soft tone of voice, the conduct still has the same effect. And that's to disrupt, to delay, and to show disrespect for the court proceedings.
It is not. It is not my
Mr.
intent.
Brooks,
It is not my
please,
intent.
I'm not going to force you to sit down. You're welcome to sit down, but I am instructing the jury to come out. You, at your peril, run the risk of me admonishing you in front of them at this point. I don't want to do that, sir.
Now, what he wanted to do is stall. He wanted to stall because he thought the longer he could stay in here, the longer it's going to take for them to give him these thousands of years. That was just disrespectful. Like, this man, I mean, come on now. Come on now. How can he be expected to live that long? It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. Okay? It's redonkulous. Ooh, hey, Jose Morales. What's up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching. Yeah, no, he knew when to shut the fuck up. He just didn't want to do it. This was his last grandstand. This was him grandstanding. But, you know, for his, it's like, the whole world's gonna forget about me. I won't be able to harass anybody else. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life getting harassed. And I can't harass nobody else, especially not, you know, my beloved Urkel. She gonna go on and she gonna have a life. Yeah, I don't know how good it's gonna be because she make weird decisions, but you know, but she gonna be free to make them though, which makes her in a better position than I. That's all Darrell knew. So Darrell had more confidence when he wore a suit. Oh yeah, you think so? You think that the suit was making him feel like a man, like a confident and competent man with a job. Something he couldn't relate to. Okay. He felt he was an out-of-body experience when he wore that suit. He's like, what is this feeling that I have? This feeling of competence and confidence. Now, surely this suit does not fit me, not even close, but, you know, still, somehow it's working. You know what I'm saying? Yes, thank you. Thank you, B. Lewis. Gonna keep mama off the pole. You got to. You got to keep mama off the pole. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Thank you, baby. Mama, appreciate you. That's 6 out of 20. Oh, wow. That was 5 out of 20 like an hour and a half ago. I ain't even noticed. They had a super chat like an hour and a half. I hadn't even noticed. I'm still thinking about, still soaking up all the energy from that biggin that Benjamin dropped on me. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Archer. Oh shit, that reminds me. Y'all remember that cartoon, the animated series Archer? That shit was so funny. Used to be on FX, I think. That was a good ass show.
I'm seeking to merely understand.
Sir, I cannot give you legal advice. I cannot
I'm just
give you
seeking
the
to merely.
understanding that you want.
Your
all
Honor, I'm
right?
just merely seeking to merely.
I cannot explain court procedures or the law to you. So,
But the
with
merely, Your
that,
Honor.
Mr. Brooks, that's another interruption. You keep going. Stop.
I'm seeking merely to understand.
I'm just
Your Honor.
wanting my merely
I don't
though, Your
understand
Honor.
the nature and cause of the charges.
Just merely
Mr.
seeking to
Brooks,
merely.
I've already dealt with these.
I'm
Your
trying to bring up the subject matter
Mr. Brooks,
jurisdiction.
if you keep interrupting me, then you will forfeit your right to be present because you're showing through your conduct that you will not follow the most simplest rule of civility in a courtroom. And
Definitely not.
by not interrupting. You continue to interrupt. It's
Right.
been a couple of
Isn't that a
minutes
good
since
show,
I've been on the record,
Archer?
and there's been a number of times you've already interrupted me. You claiming to not understand and you wanting to discuss subject matter jurisdiction do not it's just a tactic by you.
So what
The
you trying to
fact that
say?
you are doing that demonstrates to me that you came back over here, right, with absolutely no intention of following the rules.
If that's what you want to say, that's your assessment. It's not accurate.
Well, my
It's not
assessment will
accurate.
stand on the record, sir. It's
And
based
so-
on my observations.
And
So
I
at this
respect-
point, Mr. Brooks,
I respectfully object
stop
to that.
interrupting me, please.
I merely
Stop
just seek to
interrupting me,
understand.
sir.
I'm not. I was
If
in the
you
middle
have
of
an
saying
objection,
something.
write it down.
I thought that applied to me being.
It's
from
applying right
another-
now since you keep interrupting me while
So
I'm talking.
what is the purpose of me being present if I'm not able to ask simple questions that I do not understand? I'm
Mr.
just
Brooks,
seeking.
I've been
I'm not
more
asking for
than
legal
patient
advice.
with you. And the issues that you keep trying to raise every time we're in here are not issues I'm going to raise at this juncture or address at this juncture in the proceedings.
Is there
All
a
right,
reason why?
I'm not giving you advice. I'm not explaining the law. I don't need to do any of that, sir. All right, you filed what you needed to file. I've addressed every single filing on the record. It may not be to your satisfaction,
That's inaccurate.
but I have addressed them.
That's
All
inaccurate,
right,
Your Honor.
some of your
With all
filings,
respect.
sir, you're interrupting me yet again because you're not letting me finish with my explanation.
And then it says, with all respect, while I interrupt you, okay? With all due respect, Your Honor, I would like to interrupt you while you talk. With all due respect, I know you was almost finished your sentence, but I had to bust in there just to say, with all due respect.
Some
Look
of
at
your
it.
filings do
Look at-
not
hey, look at you just looking.
require a specific line-by-line response by the court. I've addressed them in the way that I believe the law requires me to
Exactly.
do. Again, that may not be to your satisfaction, and that is simply the way that it's going to be. But we are continuing on with the reading of jury instructions. It's important. They're going to come in, and it will be up to you whether you can demonstrate respect and courtesy, not only for these proceedings, but for the jurors that have been selected to hear this case.
Your
Madam
Honor.
Clerk, have the jurors brought in,
What
please.
you're doing is judicial misconduct. You're making the judicial determination that I'm not allowed to ask questions.
Yeah,
That I'm
sound
not
about right.
allowed to question Your Honor, which is my right. I've merely brought up subject matter jurisdiction because it has merit. I've merely tried to seek to understand the proceedings that I do not understand.
Yeah,
You're
that's
rushing
all.
me to judgment by constantly removing me from the court when I should be present for all proceedings and I should be able to understand, which I do not. Once again, I do not understand the charges, the
on.
nature of the charges against me. I do
You
not
don't understand,
understand
Your Honor.
why Your Honor will not answer mere questions that would give me clarification on understanding. I'm not attempting purposely to be disruptive, disrespectful in any manner. But if I don't understand something, it benefits me to ask so that I can have clarity. The waiver that you speak of with the attorney, I gave the waiver back in the way that I felt that it should be altered. And you said so yourself on the record that the word understanding was taken off of that paperwork that I sent back to you. That should have let you know right there further that I did not understand the proceedings, and that was some of the issues that I'm bringing up now. It's merely just clarification, Your Honor. I don't.
That's so funny. So you doing something wrong should have been an indicator. So she was supposed to pick up on the thing that you did wrong and be like, you know what? Since he did this wrong, I'm thinking maybe he might be confused about or whatever, because that's my job to be psychic. It's not her job to be psychic. It's not her job to come and check your homework behind you. You wanted to represent yourself, and now here you are doing so. Terribly, of course. Wait, Daryl, I have an idea. Open those boxes. I know that's fucking right. them pointless boxes that he got. You know, look at all these boxes, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? My fort is just overwhelming me. Like, you know, there's like folders in there with like papers. Like the expectation was that you were going to open them up and read some of it. At least some of it. Not you try to build a house out of it in the courtroom like that. I mean, it's a decision. It's a choice. You made a choice. It was an interesting choice for sure. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. That is 7 out of 20. Getting there. It's moving. It's moving.
Don't understand what is going on. It's not to be disrespectful. It is not
Mr.
to
Brooks,
prolong the proceedings.
do
It
you
is
understand
Not to
when I tell
prolong
you
the-
not to
yeah, okay.
interrupt me?
No,
Do you
no, I do not.
understand when I tell you you need to follow the rules of decorum?
Nah,
I
he don't
believe
get
you
it.
do.
He
Please
don't.
sit down.
He
The
said he
jury's
don't.
coming in.
He said he don't know, Your Honor.
I still would like to ask
Mr.
questions,
Brooks?
Your Honor.
Stop talking. We are proceeding with the continued advisement to the jury of these preliminary jury instructions. Do not interrupt me. The record should reflect that the jurors are entering the courtroom.
They coming.
Your Honor, with all due respect,
Mr.
I
Brooks,
still-
stop talking. It's not appropriate at this point in time.
It's not
You'll
appropriate.
have opportunity
I disagree.
later to raise other issues, but the issues that you seek to engage with this court are issues I've already addressed.
You have not. You have not shown proof.
Mr.
that
Brooks,
you have
the
not
jury
shown.
is in the
I
courtroom.
understand that,
You
Your Honor.
continue to talk despite being told to sit down and to pay respect to this court, to these jurors, to the process.
It is my right to stand or to sit, Your Honor. It's my
Oh,
right.
God.
Mr.
I'm
Brooks,
merely
you
exercising
can
my
stand,
right.
you need to be quiet. Thank
Your
you.
Honor, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Brooks, please stop. I'm going to continue with the
That was such a dick.
instructions. If you interrupt me, you will run the risk of being taken to the courtroom next door.
Uh-huh.
I'm seeking to understand, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, final
Speaking
warning.
to understand, Your Honor.
To understand, Your Honor. It must be some clarification.
Mr. Brooks, I want you here.
I want to
Stop interrupting me.
be here. You were quiet. I didn't.
Mr. Brooks, stop talking so I can read through the instructions.
Your Honor,
Effectively and with dignity preside over this case here today. I am
object-
well
I
aware,
object
that's another
respectfully, Your Honor.
interruption. I'm
I
well aware,
object
stop
respectfully, which I have
talking.
the right to do.
I'm well aware,
And
Mr. Brooks,
I
that
have
you
not
object to the
intended to
name that
cause any,
has
disruption.
identified on the information and all documents in
want it
this
noted
case.
for the
Your
record that I
objection
did
is
not
noted. It
identify
does
by
not
that
need to be
name.
repeated. I will make a record right now. The court
have the
notes
opportunity to
a
preserve my
continuing
rights, Your
objection
Honor?
by Mr. Brooks of his name and that he objects to being here. I know he's filed a number of documents previously
I never
related
objected
to
to
that.
being
Those
here. I just
documents
state-
are
I tried
of
to
record.
state
There's
that
another
for the record,
document
Your
that's
Honor.
filed. At least 2 more interruptions just now. I believe I'm up to 8. Mr. Brooks, you're advised that continued interruptions will result in you forfeiting your right to be present in this courtroom, where you'll be taken to the courtroom next door to appear by video and audio
I don't
means to
consent
participate.
being removed from the courtroom, Your
In,
Honor.
that's another
And you
interruption.
haven't shown me any lawful case law that I can be removed from the court
Mr. Brooks?
proceedings in a trial.
Look at these boxes. Look at these boxes. Sammy, look at these boxes. Well, let's put little Daryl on top of the box. Look, I'm here to help you. Look, Daryl, you got some help. Look, Daryl. It's your attorney, Daryl. He has come with the red folder of justice, and he is gonna save you from yourself, because you damn sure gonna need it, okay? Because this is self-sabotage if it's ever been self-sabotage. I ain't never seen self-sabotage like this before. Just the most self-sabotage, okay? Look at this. But he gonna work on your case while you talk shit in the courtroom, okay? He gonna help you out. He gonna He gonna take this on for you, okay?
trial.
Take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me, I'll be gone. I love it, I love it.
Enforced under coercion and duress to appear in the trial.
Oh, Sammy, thank you, Sammy. Said, oh my God, Ellie, stop barking quicker when I tell her to stop. Oh, yeah. I know. Daryl is stubborn, though. You know, Ellie is a good girl. Good girl. Daryl is an asshole. No comparison. They can't be compared to each other. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look at the box for it. Look at that. He's got these boxes. I think twice we've seen him pop open the top of those things. And then, like he was almost like he's just sniffing in the box. Like, he don't even reach in there and pull nothing out. He just open it up and be like, okay. Like, those aren't bricks, Daryl. Those are boxes full of folders. You know what I'm saying? If you were competent, you might be able to turn them into something useful for yourself. But lucky for everybody, you weren't competent. You know
How
what I'm
that I
saying?
needed, that I've tried to express
a
that I have.
Mr. Brooks, there's a proper manner in which you raise objections. You have not followed that proper procedure. You are unable or unwilling.
Say it anyway. Ooh, it's okay. Stay after me. Ooh, no, better to be safe than sorry. Ooh, take on. That's the shit. The 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Best music in the whole of all time. I'll never change my mind on that. Okay? Specifically soft rock. Late 80s, early 90s soft rock. Everything is everything. You hear me?
To abide by simple rules of civility.
haven't
You
given me the
interrupt,
chance to
you don't wait for
state my
anyone
name.
to finish, and it will result with you being removed from the courtroom. So
respectfully
you are
object to that,
once
Your
again reminded of that. I'm going to give a little slack at the moment only because we are not in the presence of the jury. I'd like to go through a couple of things, the first of which is the jail attire. Mr. Brooks, we, meaning myself and the jail, have made arrangements by allowing folks to bring in street clothing for you. You've appeared previously in a suit and tie, very appropriate for a trial. If you no longer...
Look how skinny Daryl looks right here. Look how bony he look right here. Look at this. Daryl, you looking awfully thin. Okay, you looking snatched. Bubba like that. Bubba like you thin like that, huh? He can control your movement. He can contort you properly. It's easier to turn you into a pretzel like that, isn't it? I know. That's why. I bet it. J-Pa, he said he wanted to be moved to the other courtroom earlier. Now he doesn't consent to it. I know that's right. Ain't that something? Your Honor, can I just go to the other courtroom? They put him in the other courtroom. You can't keep me here. It's my constitutional right as a sovereign citizen somehow to to be in the courtroom during the proceedings. And then you proceed to put me out like the childish piece of shit that I am. And it ain't right. It ain't right, Your Honor. Your Majesty. Your Highness. It's not right.
have those clothes available, the jail has a supply of clothes that they can also
Yes.
lend to an inmate. The reason we make those arrangements during trial, sir, is because this court has taken a number of steps to shield from this jury that you are in custody. Your hands are not shackled. Okay, there are skirts around each one of the tables. I'm aware of the feet shackles. That's yet another interruption. I'm aware of the shackles on your feet. And that's why the skirts are on your table and frankly, all of the tables, right? So that it appears to be the same for anyone coming in and viewing. Again, their arrangements have been made for you.
Look at him with his little head tipped to the side. You can't make me do nothing. I'm a grown ass man. Okay, you can't make me do nothing. Except for everything that you can make me
For
do.
you to appear in street clothes or civilian clothes. I would like you to appear in street clothes, and the reason why, sir, is to reduce or even eliminate even the appearance that you are in custody. And it is your choice, though. Are you willing to go back to your cell and put on your suit?
It is my right to do so or to not do so. And at this point, Your Honor, who doesn't know that I'm in custody?
Mr.
Who
Brooks,
doesn't know that?
I've had many trials with individuals who are in custody, and when I've talked to the jurors after the conclusion of the case, they had no idea. The whole point of allowing for street clothing is not only
She's not lying either, because I be seeing people in court, like they be in their little suits and stuff like that. And in my mind, I be thinking, oh, so they're like free, like they're just coming to the courtroom for their case and everything. And then however, when they found guilty or whatever, then they get taken into custody. But in reality, they were already in custody. They just, have them put their suit on and then they come in the courtroom. So she's telling the truth. I definitely have thought people were free, like during the court case, when it actually turned out they weren't. They were already, they were locked up. They just, because they look so normal in their suit and stuff. I know with Darrell's a little different. He coming there with that gigantic suit, that somebody must have brought it and dropped it off for him. You know what I'm saying? And then, because it don't even look like his, like. It's like, I think if he had went home, he probably would have put on something that could fit him. But he didn't, which makes me think that he's in the jail already. You know what I'm saying?
to shield jurors from the fact that you are in custody.
The like
But
button for
also,
mama.
you being in a suit and a tie or other street clothing, I think also lends to the dignity of the proceedings. This is a trial.
It lends to the dignity.
Again, it is your choice. Are you willing to go
It lends the dignity $5. You know what I'm saying? That's what it do.
back to your cell and be dressed in
Yeah, go in
the
your cell.
street clothes that you previously appeared in?
Daryl, how you cell
With all
doing?
due respect, I do not agree with that assessment whatsoever. There's no possible way that anybody will not know that I am in custody. I think that's a well-known fact because it's reported on every day in the media. It's shown every day on the news where I am, what jail I'm housed in, and that I'm in custody. It's virtually impossible for anybody to not know that I'm in custody.
Virtually.
Mr. Brooks, did you hear the question that I asked you?
Yeah, no, he was too busy
And,
thinking what he was going to say.
Respectfully keep the position that I just put on the record.
Mr. Brooks, I will ask you again. Are you willing to go back to your cell or into the jail and put on street
I do
clothes?
not consent or agree to anything that you just stated, Your Honor.
All right, he did not provide an answer to a very direct question. Let the record be very clear that Mr. Brooks was given multiple opportunities to answer that question.
And I
And go
answered
back, Mr. Brooks, that's yet another interruption. I will advise you, sir, that at any point in time, if you wish to put street clothes on, I would give you that opportunity to do so. You've already heard it is my preference. You've already heard me advise you regarding the steps that have been taken to shield the fact that you are
What do you Jose, you say he lives on oatmeal pies. Why you say that? Why you think he lives on oatmeal pies? I could have met when he was free, living in his mother's car and his mother's driveway. Probably, I could imagine that was probably the case then. I could see that. You know what I'm saying?
In custody from the jurors. You refused to answer
Welcome
my
back,
question
Sebby.
about
I
whether
refused.
you would
I answered it.
go
You just
back
didn't
to the
like
jail.
answer
That's
it.
another interruption. So based on his refusal and his
I did
choice
not
to come,
refuse.
that's
I did
another
not consent
interruption.
to saying
Based upon his
refusal. I answered
failure to answer my question directly, I will
I
take
did
that
not
as
refuse.
a non-response, but he came to court
That was
here
not a
today. That's another
non-response, Your Honor.
interruption. I will take that because he's come to court here today in his jail attire, that is a choice that he has made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. No one has forced him to come
I
to
did not
jail in
consent
those
to that.
clothes. This court is encouraging him not to. He's appeared previously in his street clothes in what I would describe as a very nice suit and tie, but it is his choice to not do.
Look at that. She complimented your outfit, Daryl. She said it was a very nice suit and tie that definitely don't fit you, but you were wearing it, so you know it counts. Oh, this poor little baby Chippy. Look at this. Look what he got to sit next to. This is a travesty.
Do that, and we will proceed accordingly.
So while we're on the record, may I challenge the subject matter jury?
No, you may not, sir. You need to file a motion in order to do that.
So
Mr.
the
Brooks?
motions I filed haven't even been responded to. I gave
Mr. Brooks, you're interrupting me
No,
yet
you
again.
just weren't speaking,
All right,
so I didn't
Mr.
interrupt.
Brooks, you are now going to be removed to the
I
other
don't
courtroom.
consent to that.
I have
I am
had
under
a
duress
dozen or
by having
more interruptions.
I
We'll
have
be
shot-
off the record while
Hey, Daryl, didn't you say that you wanted to go into the other room? Didn't you say that? And now you're under duress because they're moving you and you got shock shackles on.
we
Locks
do
on my
that.
ankle.
Thank you,
I don't
everyone.
agree to a stop. Or I move for a motion to dismiss for being under duress and being coerced into a contract that I did not consent or agree to. I did not.
Hey, look, y'all gonna have to let this man go. Look at that. He just won the case. I know it's hard to admit that he's smarter than everybody else, but he just proved it with that weird thing he just said. Something about a El Stapo or a dude named Gustavo. I don't know. I don't know which one. It was one of the two. One of the two of those things. Daryl just
Record
said.
to reflect that Mr. Brooks is
One of the two of those things is what he just said. We got a couple more minutes. Got a couple more minutes left. See there, bros. Monsters. Okay. Oh, his little cuts and bruises. Nah. Let's see. What we got going on in this one? Oh, that's a playlist. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
I think he was able to do it. I just don't think he wanted to. I just think this is all part of his charade. This referring to himself in the third person, trying to distract him or detract himself, I should say, from the events, taking absolutely no responsibility. It's the act of a narcissistic coward. Those words have been used here today, and nothing could be further from the truth. He is a coward. He ran like a scared little chicken from this parade, trying to slither away in the dark of night, but only to stop long enough and try and take advantage of good citizens that would help him.
I know that's right.
He calls and lies to his mom.
Are you mad? Hey, Daryl, which part of what she's saying is upsetting you? Because, I mean, everything she's saying is exactly what happened. So it's weird that her saying it is making you so furious. Did you not run away, lose a slipper, throw away a jacket in a playhouse? Did you not run across the street and try to, just and did you not like knock on people's doors and say, oh, look, I'm not trying to kill you or nothing, but can I use your phone? I'm homeless, but I need an Uber because that's what homeless people do. They get in Ubers to go where? You're outside. You're already home. I don't get it. Where are you Ubering to? Home? You're already outside. You said you're homeless. What? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Is there a bridge not nearby? Is that where you live? Like, what you mean you're homeless, but you need an Uber? Did you not call your mother to try to get her to order you, to order the Uber for you and send it to where you wanted it at? Did you not do that? Look at this. He is over there. Ooh, it's taking everything in me to not try to attack her, even though I'm tied. My waist is tied to my hands and my feet. My personality is tied to my ass, but I just, oh, she's so lucky I can't get over there to her. Look at this. Oh, you want to go? Oh, you want to go try to beat up a girl? I don't think you could take Opera. I'm gonna be honest with you. Daryl, I don't think you could take Opera. I think you think that you probably could because she's got a vagina, but I don't think that's how that works. I don't think it's an automatic. Look at that. Look.
Right?
Look at him.
Get me an Uber.
Ooh, look at it. He is
I can't
mad.
get into it.
Look at his little hands and his long nails. Ooh, girl. Ooh, you gonna make me break my press-ons. You, Daryl, if you don't calm your stupid ass down, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay? You can't because you duct taped to a table. He mad, y'all. He big mad. He the most mad anybody's ever been mad. Okay? Look at it. Look.
Lies to the officers repeatedly.
Ooh, how dare you.
We saw the time of his arrest. We heard the testimony from Daniel Ryder, a good man with good intentions and a good heart who took this murderer into his home.
Ooh, you's a murderer, Daryl.
And held him there long enough for the police to come and take him away without any knowledge whatsoever of what had gone on.
Ain't that something?
He takes advantage of everyone.
He
He's
does.
Extremely manipulative.
He is.
He
Accurate.
absolutely thinks he's in control
Accurate.
of everything.
For sure.
When in fact, as he sits here in custody, he's in control of nothing.
Ooh, I know that hurt. Because it couldn't be more true. Like I said, he's duct taped to himself in a table. They duct taped Daryl to himself. He got a chain around his waist and his hands. Like he's like stuck like this. And he's going like this. Ooh, you so lucky, girl. I can't get to you. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Ain't that some shit? Opera's like, bitch, come on. Do you want some? I will fuck you up, your little ass. Bring your little, untie his ass. Let him come over here. Okay? So he can learn. I'm going to teach him a thing or two.
Except for his own behavior.
Mr. Brooks, be quiet.
Except
I'm
for
not
his...
gonna sit here and be disrespected.
You ain't.
Mr. Brooks, be quiet.
I'm not gonna
You'll
sit
have
here
your
and be
opportunity.
disrespected.
Oh, you is
These are
though.
sentencing
But you is
arguments
though.
and they can make them.
So I could do the same thing?
Mr. Brooks, there's nothing disrespectful. They're doing it in
Yes,
a
it is.
respectful
Okay,
way.
call me out of my name again.
And then what? And then what's gonna happen? Hey, Daryl. Hey, no. Don't threaten me with a good time. Daryl, what's gonna happen? If she disrespects you again, and just to give you a heads up, she will. You gonna do what? Well, I know you're gonna do nothing, but what else? What else other than nothing are you gonna do, Daryl? Okay? You gonna do nothing and nothing? You gonna do 6 nothings?
Go ahead, Attorney Opera.
Judge, these are...
I know that's right, Rebecca. You gonna walk over here, but you gonna limp back.
are the facts. You heard from so many of these parents and so many of the people that were there of that fight or flight, right? That kicked in. He ran.
Oh, I think this is the one.
Provide the court with your
The rest of
sentencing
it, this is-
recommendation.
2021 on November 19th of 2021.
Yeah, this is the rest
There's a
of
third
it.
file pending, 20 CF 2550. The charges are 2 counts of second-degree reckless use of a weapon, felon in possession of a firearm. The date of violation is July 24, 2020.
There we go.
Long and hard, I had a video clip that I was perhaps going to show to you. You've seen a lot of this during the trial, but I mean, it comes from the clip when I showed during my closing argument.
So I could do the same thing?
There we go. There
Mr.
we go.
Brooks, there's nothing disrespectful. They are doing it in
Yes,
a
it is.
respectful
Okay,
way.
call me out of my name again.
Call me out of my name again.
Go
Do
ahead,
it.
Attorney Opper.
Call me out of my name again.
Judge, these are the facts. You heard from so many of these parents and so many of the people that were there of that fight or flight.
Y'all hit the like button for Mama, please. Please and thank you. I got the link to the membership at the top of the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support the channel on a regular basis, you know, membership is how you do it. It's you know, just just an easy way to just, you know, kind of keep, you know. Woo! And well, I got a minute and 24 seconds left in the super chat goal, and we are at 8 out of 20. Don't look like we're gonna make it tonight. So no dancey dance. There'll be no dancey dance tonight. Okay. But yeah, Sonny, still, you know, super chat goal is there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's still there regardless, whether we met it or not. But if you haven't hit the like button, go on and hit the like button. And somebody let me know how many likes I got. How many I got? Did I get 100 yet? Please.
Right? That kicked in.
Likes are free.
He ran.
$3.
He fled. He tried to protect his own self.
He did.
That's it.
He sure did.
That's all he did.
He fled.
Everybody else sprang into action. Whether that action was to immediately account for their behavior, for their family, and get them out of there to safety, whether it was good Samaritans. And Judge, I really thought long and hard. I had a video clip that I was perhaps going to show to you. You've seen a lot of this during the trial, but I mean, it comes from the clip when I showed during my closing argument near the end of the parade route where the Catholic community had been struck and all the shoes laying in the road and things like that. That person that took that
87.
video walked down Main Street for quite some time and captured quite a few images, and it's really quite powerful, but I also thought it's really quite painful. But one of the
Thank you,
things that
Sammy.
was just so
87,
remarkable
88.
to us as we watched things like that was the average citizens that just sprung into action to save somebody else. There was a particular moment where there's a person on the ground fervently performing CPR on a victim in amongst a pool of blood without any regard for themselves whatsoever. I don't know who this person was. I don't think I'll ever know. But it's a prime example of the good that came out. So many people talked this afternoon about good versus evil, and I definitely believe that's what this case was about. Darrell Brooks is the epitome of evil.
Oh,
He is
damn.
evil in
Another courtroom,
person.
please.
No, you may not.
The community is
Now,
good.
the order
The
of the
people
court, so
are good.
I think it'd be
The
best for me to
victims
just go
are
into
good.
the other
Mr.
courtroom.
Brooks, I'm talking.
I don't care about you talking.
I don't care what you care about.
I know you don't.
Sit down and be
You-
quiet.
Nah.
Everybody has told you that. Stop it.
See, you got it all wrong, Miss.
Nah. See, you know what it is, Hopper? You know what your problem is, Hopper? You got this all wrong. You think I'm shackled to myself. You think that I'm duct taped to this table, but you got it wrong, okay? You're wrong. You got it wrong. You think you in charge when really I'm in charge, which is probably hard to grasp since I am, like I said, duct taped to both myself and the table. Okay. But just because I'm stuck and trapped, duct taped to myself and this here table doesn't mean that I am not in control 100% of this situation here. Okay. Okay. I am in here because I choose to be. I have chosen to be in here, duct taped to this here table and myself. Daryl, you sound crazy. You sound crazy, Daryl. Daryl, you sound crazy. You see, that's where you got it wrong. Ain't that it? You see, that's where you got it messed up. I'm over here with this piece of pen. They won't even trust me with a whole fucking pen. He over here with a pen insert. Trying to assert his dominance. Daryl, are you asserting your dominance, Daryl? Is that what's happening? It's what it looked like, Daryl. It looked like you're trying to assert your dominance. Proceed.
Judge, the community has spoken. This jury returned a verdict in 2 hours.
Damn.
That's how open and shut this case was.
Fuck. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, y'all. I didn't know they did it in 2 hours. It was like a revolving door. They all just walked in the door and came right back in there. They did it. They were like, you know what? We gotta, time to deliberate. They were like, can we just take a bathroom break? And they all came out of the bathroom and just went back in the courtroom. Like, okay, we ready. Yeah, he ain't shit. We all agree collectively as a collective.
Everybody saw it. Everybody but Daryl Brooks.
Yeah, he's asserting
This
his
jury
dominance.
deserves to be commended for their conduct, their patience, their service.
Mr. Brooks,
I asked to go to the other courtroom.
I'm not sending you there.
So we wouldn't have to go.
That is not a place you get to request to go to.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's when you disrupt the proceedings. She's almost done.
No, what you're trying to do is have some bit of feel like you can control something. I would like to go into the other courtroom. That's me asking for a thing and getting a thing that I want. That's a last little stitch to have some type of piece of power over something, anything. I just need to be able to control something right there. No, you ain't controlling shit. Okay, you're gonna sit in this room and you're gonna get insulted. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you getting. And that's all that you're going to get. Nothing else. At all. Ooh, thank you, Sammy. It said the only reason it took that long is because there was 76. I know that's right. They speed ran through them papers. They were like, check, flip it over, check. Just make a copy of it. Make 70 copies of this, and it's going to be the same thing for all of them. Okay, he ain't shit times 78. Here you go. Well, did y'all come back with a verdict? They come back in the room with shovels. Yes, we did. The holes in the back. Could we just go put them in there? Because, might as well. Ooh. Dookie stick. You need to control the dookie stick. Ooh, he got the rest of his life to do that. And asserting his dominance. Oh shit. Oh. Let's see. 70,000 years, I know, right? He gonna need Dracula to save him, not Nosferatu.
No.
So she can finish saying the BS she gotta say.
I wanted to share something with you, Judge. This is something that came in on December 5th of 2021. An anonymous letter came. Well, it's not anonymous, it's signed, but it's from a person we don't know. From another state, from the state of Kansas. December 5 of 2021, this person took time out of her day to write a card it's addressed to the Waukesha community.
Oh, I think Opera be getting it in. Is it just me or is that a hickey on her neck? No, maybe she just flushed. She is in here dealing with Daryl. That might just be her being flushed. She looks a little flushed. That might be that. I'm about to say, oh, she got a little love mark, whatever you call those things, like a hickey. She got a doohickey on her neck. It looked like.
And it was sent to our office. And she wrote, "We have been praying for the healing of your community. Please know that there are people who care deeply all over this nation."
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of message Darrell Brooks needs to hear, because I know during the trial there was a lot of cards, a lot of messages received in my office and in your office. Good, hardworking, decent people that respect the law, that respect human life, that respect their neighbors, that would take the time to comment and say, "Good job. We support you. We are with you." And you saw that strength behind me all day. Those young kids, children coming up. I mean, Your Honor, I'll say this. God is good. There's been a lot of talk about God. There's been a lot of talk about religion. Darrell Brooks brought the Bible into this courtroom.
Every day.
These children are remarkable for their strength, for their healing, their physical healing. We haven't met these kids before. We've never met them. We met them today for the first time. You would never know the serious injuries that they suffered as a result of Darrell Brooks.
By never
looking
know.
at them. Of course, there's much healing to be done. But isn't it remarkable that in a year's time, look how far we have come as a community. Look how far these families have come. These families, these victims that stood up and pointed to Darrell Brooks and said, "You will not beat me. You will not knock me down." That's what we need to move forward with as a community, Your Honor. His behavior is done. We're done with him. He has forfeited his right to be in this courtroom. He's forfeited his right to be in our community, period. There is not one thing that mitigates this sentence. Not one.
Oh, thank you, Sammy, for the PayPal. Mama appreciate you. Yes, she do. Ooh, she got some bullshit coming up, and she got my sweating bullets over here. Mama appreciate you. Mama sweating bullets over here. Mama definitely appreciate it. She definitely do. Oh, yes. Yes, honey. Definitely
deserves
do.
the absolute maximum sentence on all counts consecutive. Look, Judge, you saw the videos. This wasn't him plowing into one large group of 50 people at one point in time and hitting them. It was linear.
Yeah.
He hit one, kept going. Hit two, kept going. Hit three, kept going. All the way down the street.
Hit 12.
That's consecutive sentences, Your Honor. That's intentional,
50.
willful, volitional conduct that
8
warrants
blocks.
consecutive sentences stacked, one on top of the other, just as he stacked victims up as he drove down the road.
He definitely did.
In complete disregard for any other person whatsoever.
And then sat in the courtroom talking about, "Oh, look, I got a paper cut. This is unconstitutional. I need a nurse. Y'all need to send in an ambulance. Okay, I think my pinky nail might be a little bit chipped. And this ain't right." With a straight face, he said it. With a straight face, he sat there and went like this. You don't see that? Look at this. Look at this little scratch. Look at this. Oh, my shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts a little bit. I think something might be disconnected a little bit. This is like, I need some Tylenol. This really hurts. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. How do you do all of that? You got all these people, legs is twisted, turned off. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be reconnected and shit. And here you talking about your paper cut on your pinky. Oh, it's hurts. Oh my God. Daryl ain't shit, y'all.
We kept the kids out of the courtroom in the trial, Judge, but boy, it's impactful to listen to them today and realize this isn't just, victim GG. This is a child that you willfully ran over with a 3,000-pound vehicle, as so many people so adeptly observed. Police officers, first responders, the medical professionals.
Hold up. Let's hear what he said. Hold on a second. 58. Let's see. I can make out what he says. Hold on a second.
He ran over with a 3,000-pound vehicle, as so many people so adeptly observed. Police.
To let you tell it. That's what he said. To let you tell it. Oh, that's not what happened? You didn't drive over the people? You didn't drive over the children and their grandparents? You didn't do that? You didn't? Oh. Who was driving the car then? Let me guess. Was it Erica? It was Erica, wasn't it? You want to say it was Erica, don't you? No. Definitely wasn't Erica, okay? It wasn't Erica. Unfortunately for you, Daryl, you're going to have to go down all by yourself. You had to go down all by yourself. You didn't take nobody with you? Oh, how unfortunate. You look so lonely in your crime. You get to pay for this all by yourself, by your lonesome.
Police officers, first responders, the medical professionals. It's kind of weird, Judge, because we're coming up on the anniversary, of course, and we're coming up on the weekend before Thanksgiving, which is a weekend that a lot of people pay attention to on the calendar because here in good old Wisconsin, it's deer hunting season. It's a lot of families going out, starting their Christmas activities, Christmas festivities, Christmas shopping, whatever it is. That kind of a weekend that comes around every year that on its own, it's not a holiday, it's not really a known day. But
I can tell you what we would never be able to do is draft Daryl in a racial draft. There's nobody's gonna take him. He's untakeable. Okay. Maybe like a species draft. Maybe we can give him to the alligators, Can we trade him to the alligators? You know what I'm saying? We'll take like a baby alligator, a cute one, cute as it can get, possible, as cute as possible, and then we'll give Daryl to the alligators. We'll swap it out. Okay.
We all know that first weekend before
Mexican
Thanksgiving
now.
and what it brings.
Oh,
We all look.
That's fucked up. They dealing with enough shit right now. You gonna try to force Daryl on them? That ain't right. That's not right. It ain't right.
Forward to maybe a short work week, spending time with family, getting together, and here it comes, and it's the anniversary of this attack at the hands of Darrell Brooks.
Yeah, he's a lizard now.
But
the lizard king.
We're going to have an ability to move on from that. We have the ability, we have the tools as a community, Your Honor, to do that. And that's definitely because of everyone that responded to this incident.
So
the
everybody.
First responders, the police officers, the medical personnel that got paged in on a Sunday night.
On
when
a
we're all
Sunday
hunkered
night.
down, Packers had played, it's cold, it's dark, and they all had to spring into action
alone on a
and respond.
Sunday
And there were law
morning.
enforcement from all over southeastern Wisconsin, fire department, EMTs. No one paused, no one hesitated for a second. They just came and helped. And I think that's something that our families, our community can build on as well, Your Honor, to say evil is easily overcome here. Darrell Brooks deserved to be locked up for the rest of his life. He cannot be trusted ever, ever again. I ask you to consider, I'm not going to go into it, but we had filed the other act's evidence, some of the language in that other act's evidence, the intimidation of the victim. It played out repeatedly in this courtroom. He tried to intimidate you. He tried to intimidate me. He tried to intimidate the witnesses. He tries and tries and tries, but he fails.
Oh, you didn't, Daryl? You didn't? How many times did I pause you giving stank ass fucking looks over there to the prosecution? And do you not recall when the judge literally left the courtroom because you were giving her this fucking death stare and she got uncomfortable? And your whole mission for doing the fucking death stare was to try to make her feel fucking uncomfortable? Those things didn't happen. Those things, they making them up? Or they just picking on you, ain't they, Daryl? Are they jealous? They jealous, ain't they? It's the hairline that did it. It's the peninsula. I'll tell you, people be jealous of Daryl's peninsula. You know, he can't help how gorgeous his peninsula is, okay? How it just lines up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like his hairline is decided it just wants to go back and hang out with the back of his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't control that. You know what I'm saying? He's tall. He's a tall man. You know, so of course, naturally, people are going to be jealous, you know, that the ladies are mad because they can't have him, and the fellas are jealous because they can't be him. Ain't that right, Daryl? Ain't that right, Xanadu? Look at this Xanadu. Look at, you know how pissed I would be if my name was tattooed on the Daryl. This is his son's name. It's like Xavier or something like that. Do you know how pissed I would be if my name ended up on this piece of shit? Like, you know, like, he got Dawn on his arm, Xavier on here. He got Moo on his eyebrow. I'm sure Moo had a real name. I'm going to tell you what's so crazy about Daryl. Check this out. He got Moo tattooed on his forehead, on his hair, on his thing, on his eyebrow. And that's supposed to be a friend of his who supposedly passed. This is what Erica told me. Erica said that that's Moo is his friend, that he says he had a friend that passed, and that's who that is. This is Moo. Moo. That's what it said. Okay. Now, I'm positive, I bet cash money that Moo is not his friend's real name. Which makes me believe that Daryl got the nickname of his homeboy or of guy he knew who died on his forehead, and he don't even know the real name of the person. If you don't know his name, that's not your friend, okay? You got a dude that you casually think that you kind of talk to sometimes tattooed on your forehead. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's been preparing himself for prison life his whole life. Yeah, I'm just saying. You don't even know his real name. If you did, that would be on your eyebrow. Instead, you got Moo on there. I bet you his nickname really ain't even Moo. I bet it's probably, if he wrote it, there's probably MU or MEW or something, or Nunu. But that's the way Daryl knows the name, so he just put it on his forehead. This man is incompetent, okay? Moo.
He's not the strongest person in the courtroom. He's the weakest person in the courtroom.
Yeah, I had to roll my sleeves
morally bankrupt. That's what he is.
Morally bankrupt.
Is void.
I mean, you was attacking your girlfriend right before you drove through the children, Daryl. I mean, it's panning out. Like, what she's saying is making sense.
I asked Attorney Basie, what's the
shiznit
word I can use for low character, and then we came up with the fact he really...
Daryl is the shiznaive. Like Scrappy would say. The shiznaive.
Has no character. It's one of the factors the court needs to consider. Protection of the public, severity of the crime, they all weigh heavily in a stacked sentence, Your Honor, consecutive maximum across the board. Every one of these victims deserves that. I don't know how we look at any of these victims and say, well, he got concurrent time on your case because your pain and suffering wasn't quite as bad as the guy before you or the girl before you. They all deserve that sentence that speaks to their count.
2,000 years for every Even add on an extra 20 years for everybody who he just drove by really quick. He almost got me. He need 20 years for me too. I'm traumatized. Okay? I saw some crazy shit. And now I'm gonna need him to get an extra 20 years just for my trauma. Just add on some more.
The restitution, Your Honor, I
Give him
filed the
20,000.
paperwork. We are seeking restitution in the dollar amounts from my letter that we reviewed this morning. I'm asking under 97320 sub 11 sub F that you enter an order that the Department of Corrections shall keep 50% of any wages Mr. Brooks may earn in prison and any monies that may be paid on his books or canteen account, and direct those monies to be paid directly towards restitution. He should not be able to work or receive canteen without paying down that restitution.
Damn, you get one ply toilet paper or half a roll, Daryl. You gotta you gonna have to wipe your ass with imagination. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need to do. You're gonna need to cut them nails, Daryl, because it's gonna be a bunch of shit underneath of them. You ain't gonna have enough toilet paper to wipe your ass properly. You're gonna have shit under your nails. Them nails need to be nothing. It need to be nothing there. It's gonna be disgusting. Okay? I know it's 50% of nothing. No, because he gonna have to have a job. They're gonna make him work in prison, and they're gonna pay him like 2 cents a day, and he gonna have to give up 1 cent a day to restitution. And then he ain't gonna get no toilet paper. He ain't gonna have no toilet paper. If he wasn't so busy chasing after little girls, he might have a grown ass woman on the streets who could put some money on his books. But he was always chasing after little teenagers who don't have nothing. Okay, who have jack shit. and so now he ain't got nobody to do nothing for him. And then now anything, if he does magically find somebody who will, because there's some women out here. You got to know there's some women out here who would date Daryl brand new, like since he been in jail, who would pen pal with him and there's no, it just exists. I think we've seen enough movies to know. You know what I'm saying? But like, they put $50 on his books, he gets to $25. You know what I'm saying? They put $10, he only get $5. He gonna have to. He can have a pack of ramen or some toilet paper. He gonna get to wipe his ass with ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have to eat toilet paper or wipe his ass with ramen. Okay, he got to do one of those two. Okay, he got to do one of those two. Hey Matt, what's up? Yeah, you late as shit. We 3 hours or 3.5 hours of really good jokes though. This has been a very heavy joke night for Mama. Okay. A heavy joke night for Mama. I know they're all heavy, but there's been some really good ones in this one. Mama done made some good jokes tonight. Feeling pretty good about my jokes tonight.
I also included in my letter the request.
Red emojis in the chat. Y'all never do red good. I'm gonna do yellow. Y'all do better when I say yellow emojis. Yellow emojis in the chat for Mama.
That should any monies ever be paid by contract to Mr. Brooks, that he should attempt to benefit financially from these crimes, that those monies would be placed into an escrow account maintained by the Department of Justice and paid towards the restitution. The restitution in this case is ridiculously low when you consider it, and that's again because of the generosity of good people all over the world.
Yeah, you got to wipe his ass with his imagination, honey. Y'all remember, did y'all ever see Demolition Man? Ever Demolition Man with what's his name? The guy from Rocky, the guy that played Rocky. What's the guy that played Rocky? Sylvester Stallone. Or Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes played Phoenix, something Phoenix. He had the two different eye colors. Right in the end of the movie, they had the well in the movie they had the yeah, the three shells. Yeah, Daryl Keller. He gonna have to figure out how to use them three shells. Yeah. He gonna have to use the three shells, baby. Yeah, Simon Phoenix. There it is. Simon Phoenix. Uh-huh. Yeah, he gonna have to figure out how to use the three shells thing. They never explained it to us how it worked, but it's supposed to be like in the future. Apparently in the future, people don't use toilet paper in the bathroom. They use there's these three shells that just like seashells that's just sitting there in this little thing. And apparently that's how you whatever. And they never explained it though. They never explained how it works. Yeah, but he gonna have to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to learn whatever the ways of that they did that. Because he ain't gonna have no money for no toilet paper is what I'm saying to you. Okay. He gonna have to choose, like I said, between ramen and toilet paper. He gonna have to wipe his ass with ramen or eat toilet paper. He gonna have to do one or the other. Maybe he can alternate.
That contributed to a community fund and
nuclear bidet.
Other individuals who generously donated to help these families pay for funerals and medical expenses and things like that. Can you imagine when you heard these mothers describing what their children have been through? Can you imagine the medical bills on these? And he's lucky he's getting off with a $200,000 bill for restitution, Your Honor. I think he should have to pay every last penny of it.
Yeah, that thing should be like 20 million. Just make it a cool 20 million. Just to make sure he don't never in the rest of his life get a full roll of toilet paper. May Darrell's main struggle in life be toilet paper issues. You know what I'm saying? Never enough toilet paper. Okay, may his bowels be loose and his toilet paper be minimal. May he have the runs every night. Never have enough toilet paper. Okay. Okay. May that be the case. All right. Ooh. Yellow emojis.
I also wanted to wrap up again, Your Honor, by saying you didn't hear from all the victims. Certainly, there were some that just cannot bring themselves to this court in any fashion, in any way. And we ask you to keep them in mind as well, especially the Bill Hospital family. Bill was, walking in support of his wife's team.
Excuse me.
And
a burpee.
Trying to be in a supportive role as he had done on many
the
other
like button.
Occasions.
Get 100 likes. Gimme.
Lost his life for that simple action, that simple act of good that he participated in. There were some groups that are not represented here today, but I know you heard their story at trial and you're aware of what some of them went through that maybe wasn't specifically addressed here today, but I just ask you to keep in mind that we certainly presented a wide array of victims to you, but not everyone. And then certainly, as I mentioned at the outset, the community as a whole absolutely demands justice for these victims, these families, and for the community itself. That Darrell Brooks has no redeeming value, Your Honor. Thank you.
Damn, no redeeming value. Darrell, she said you don't have no redeeming value? Nothing? Not even like a pencil eraser? None? You ain't got no redeeming value. You are useless. You are just like a turd that just won't flush down the toilet. It ain't supposed to still be in the house, but it just won't fucking leave. It don't need to be here. It's disgusting. It's gross. Ew, I want it leave. That's you, Daryl. You a turd that just won't flush.
Mr. Brooks, as far as I can tell from the correspondence from your mom and from you, I believe there may be closer to 3 individuals plus yourself who wish to speak at sentencing. Since we lost an hour or so today, although we did go late, so arguably we gained it back, I still was thinking about starting at noon just to make sure there's ample time. I will start the Zoom shortly before that. The information has been provided to your mother, and I believe she will provide it to the other individuals on your list who wish to attend and make a statement on your behalf.
Now this is where the case turns all around. This is where they thought they had him. They thought they had Daryl, but he's got a village. You know, he said he got 20 people, at least 20 people coming to speak on his behalf because he is a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. That never gets old. He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. Okay? And it was his mom. Let's see. His mom. His grandma. And that one weird friend that he had. There was also a girl. Isn't that funny? He hates women with a passion. He fights women constantly. That's what he do. That's all he do. Fight women. And the only people who come to speak for him is a bunch of girls. A bunch of girls. His mom, grandma, and this girl who may or may not have his child also. I don't know. She do have a mixed child, so I mean it could be. And all of them showed up in court. They put on their Sunday best and they showed up in court to testify for Daryl. Is how he chooses to think it happened, but in reality they did not. They just turned the computers on and they just phoned it in, you know. He all right. I mean, sometimes when he ain't being himself, it's possible for him to not be a total 100% and complete piece of shit. But I mean, most of the time, yes, he is. He is a shit bar. He's a ball of shit for sure. But it's possible that, I mean, I guess at some point he might not be so bad. That's what their support looked like. It was like that kind of thing. It was like, I heard, look, his mother, what's the point of showing up, opening up your computer just to say that you know how a caged bird sing? You know what I'm saying? Like, do it sing good? You're supposed to be talking about Daryl and how good of a person he is and how much potential he's supposed to have and how this is something that was so outside of his character. It had to be a reason why this happened. It just don't seem like anything he would do. Something. You came in there quoting Maya Angelou. Talking about, I got this poem that I really like. I'd like to read to y'all. His grandma get on there just to brag about her degrees. She got on there talking about something. Well, I got this and I do this for a living. I'm really just kind of, and mental illness. Then they're talking about everything but Daryl, like, his shoes were like, oh my gosh. Oh, I know. All them kids he got, neither one of his baby mamas showed up. His son is a grown up. His son didn't show up. His daughter's, she grown enough. She had a baby while this was all going on. So she's definitely old enough to at least do that. She didn't show up. So none of his kids showed up. None of his baby mamas showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Like, you know, I mean, I'm just saying. It speaks volumes. It do. Okay. She would have showed, but she didn't have a car. I know. His mom couldn't show up, I guess. She didn't have a car because he crashed it. He lived in it and then he crashed it. And then he totaled it driving through the children and the grandparents. Okay. That's what he did. All right, y'all. Good session. Lots of great jokes. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. It was a good time. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. All right, y'all. I see you tomorrow. Au revoir. Hit the like button if you have not done it. You know what I'm saying? Go on and do it. Just do it. Hit the like button. Come on. Come on. Okay. Consider one day becoming a member. Just consider it. You know, put it in the back of your mind. It's something to consider. You know what I'm saying? And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Going to Japan. Who's going to Japan? You going to Japan? Jack, you going to Japan? Bye. Okay. Shoulder tube said bye, everybody. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. 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 Another good one. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Yes, honey. Oh, you going to Japan in a week? I'm jelly. I'm so jelly. I'm jelly. I'm so jelly. I'm jelly. I'm so jelly. Hit the like button. Do it. Do it if you didn't already. Later, Gators. Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and back. Nice. Congratulations. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for watching me do what I do. I appreciate this.